Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the coast. And we down Calypsoian, and it is time. For the eye test. And I would like to welcome Mr. C-Dub.
What's going on, Mr. John? How you been living?
I just been living. Just been living, boss.
Well, we all are. We all can't live on that Shanahan train.
Yeah, no, can't do it.
Because we all get. He ended up scapegoating us.
Yeah, man. And my partner Winston will be back in a week or two. Has some situations and issues to take care of. Like he's doing okay. We talked. We got in contact with him, so he's straight. And
miss you, Winston.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him on the dais and on the panel.
Yes.
And hold on here. My other phone is going crazy. Gotta stop these folks from calling me. They know what time it is.
Yeah, I know, man.
You want to talk to me?
Maybe it's your Valentine trying to call you. You know, it's Valentine's Day. You know, I heard you wrote the book of love there, Mr. Harris.
It's an unabridged copy. It's an unabridged copy, and you know, it's, oh boy. If you see some of the things that I've seen during the time I was seeing them, I don't believe you. This is not the play that you want to run. I'm just gonna tell you like that. This is not the play you want to run.
That's the audible we have to call, right?
Yeah. Hey, man, shoot. Look. Calling more audibles than plays. And I see old Red in here. He's going all red.
What's up, Red?
And look, yeah, it's 10:03. He probably, like I said, boogieing down the backside of folk back trying to get to the house.
Yep, I know Mr. Ron will be up here. He messaged me earlier today about some things, so I know Mr. Ron will be up here as soon as he can.
Okay.
I will. I always make sure he knows.
Okay. And yeah. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, you know, there's a button over there with a thumb up. Hit it with a hammer. Hit it with your fist. Press it down with your thumb. Kick it with your foot. If you feel like something that you want to do. I really appreciate that. I see I got on StreamYard stream got one like. So somebody likes us out there.
I made sure to liked and shared the stream. So everybody that joins, well, you know, everybody wants to, you know, do the same. Please do, man. You know, you tell somebody, that means somebody now knows about us. So come on out. Let's go ahead and share this out. So, man.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get started with the discussion. And I'm going to.
It's a very interesting topic you have up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this because the thing is that looking at the Super Bowl this past Sunday, both of these teams look extremely vulnerable.
Okay.
They didn't look like, I mean, you know, I guess my parameters, my viewpoints are skewed by say about 50 something years of watching. When you had dominating teams when they came in, there are some teams that get 2 touchdowns and a field goal just getting off the plane.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a thing where Sunday, as you had a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah.
You had a scoreless first quarter, and nobody wasn't making any real headway to be afraid of them. Okay.
I'm following. Yeah. I'm leaning.
And in looking at that, barring some mistakes from us when we were playing this past year, I think if we had a quarterback, we could have beat either one of these teams.
Okay, I'm seeing. Okay, I'm seeing what you're putting out there. So let me kind of throw something at you, because I think I messaged you about this because I was watching the Super Bowl also, and I was just bored for the first 3 quarters.
Yes.
Okay. And then, but also, I was like telling my lady, I was like, my Lord, San Francisco should run away with this. They should have been up by double digits, and they didn't even score a touchdown, but they were still dominant lines of scrimmage. Now that first half, I felt like that was Kansas City that we were watching earlier this year, where nothing was going right. But here's the problem. When you have an opportunity to bury that team, bury them. Do not leave them any air. I don't care what you have to do. And because as soon as that second half, John, comes around, if Mahomes has a chance to win it, he finds a way. And I get what you're saying about not having that, you get off that plane, there's a 2 touchdown lead because of that intimidation that, honestly, if anything, I think it happened in reverse, though. I think after that halftime, San Francisco thought they won. And Kyle, pulling a Kyle Shanahan again, throwing the ball, forgetting about, McCaffrey, which is wild when you think about he's touched the ball like over 20 times in that game. But that was with running and catching. So I'm with you there. But, okay, so we're going to go best visual. Here's my only thing. When I think about our season and I think about the way the teams played, I want to go back to what you're saying. My problem is with the quarterbacks we had this season, I don't think we as a team were prepared for the schedule that we had. If we had a harder schedule, I would tell you we would have won more games. If we had a harder schedule, because think about it. Most of the times the Falcons play, when they're playing hard teams, they're ready. They play every bit of the game they can to win. But when they're playing teams that, man, come on, he's the backup quarterback. Wait a minute, we're down. We just lost 10-9. Oh, wait a minute, we just lost to Baker. Oh, wait a minute, we just lost. That's kind of how I feel. It's like this year when I saw the schedule, I'm like, man, I could just see us overlooking, even though there's no reason to overlook. Someone's like, we could be playing against the Giants, we could play the East, the NFC East, or the, AFC West. I think next year you're going to see that about the Falcons. If they're playing a tough team, I ain't worried about it. I think they're going to give you everything they got. It's when you play those teams that you think are beneath you. And see, I think that's my problem is when I think, because I like your subject, but my problem I keep going back to is we had a Kyle Shanahan wannabe, and that was Arthur Smith. He just didn't have none of the hardware. He didn't have the acclaim, you know, titles or whatever you want to say, or the daddy that was in football. He just had the daddy in FedEx. But he kind of was like Kyle in, I'm going to run this shit my way. And you saw what he did. And I'm sorry. I think he panicked on that timeout when he tried to tell the defensive coordinator what to call. And I'm going, I bet you that's the first time. I remember telling my wife, I said, I bet you that's the first time he's ever told the DC what play to run. And she goes, what do you think the DC did? I said, I bet you DC looked at him and said, oh, that's nice.
And you see they fired him.
I want to talk about that for sure.
And
oh, now, come on.
Now, this. Well, go ahead and expound.
No. I mean, okay. Look, I've heard Smitty. I wanted to hear you actually, and I know I've talked to Ryan from the Bird Cage. And I was hoping he would come on, but I'm just aggravated with this because the man's been scapegoated all his career for the last 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Arizona. I get it. He had a really crappy quarterback, but you didn't really have much else in Arizona at the time. Let him go. Tyler comes in with this other coach. Oh, they look great now. He goes to Carolina. He ends up becoming the interim coach. Almost gets him to the playoffs. Oh, wait a minute. One of those games was against us. The grenade toss. And I'm sorry. This go round, you're telling me the deep, we're just not in the right space. Huh, does that sound like, I don't know, Dan Quinn and Marcus Manuel? All of a sudden, he just didn't fit our compass. We weren't on the right compass. No, dude, you wanted to play it your way. He was trying to play it his way. And this is why I say, give me a coach who's a CEO, not a coach. What did I say last week? The man stares too much at that play call sheet and not looking at what's going on the field. I think Sean McVay may be the only coach I've seen where, he's about his, play call, but he's also like, well, let me look and see, what we need to do to adjust. He works with all those coaches.
Now, okay, let me go back to my first thought on this. The coordinator, Wilkes. Now, me, and this is me personally.
Yes.
I never want to put the game in the hands of the defense to preserve the win. And the reason I don't is because of the way that the rules are.
Yeah.
There is so much trouble you can get into playing defense versus playing offense. All right?
That's true.
Yeah, especially the way that the rules are. So my main focus is to score. I mean, score all the time. Every time you get a possession, my mantra, my Magna Carta, my summa cum laude, or whatever it is you want to call it, don't waste possessions.
Yes.
Never waste possessions. Get the maximum amount of points per every possession, please.
Yep, I'm with you.
Otherwise, you just wasting time out there. You just wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
Convert your third downs if you have to get them. Score touchdowns. All right. Yep. Your first half, there was no score at all. All right.
No.
Now, that was surprising to me because of the fact that you got Kansas City,
mm-hmm.
which can run it up at any time, and you had San Francisco that wasn't quite that prolific. However, the offense and the offensive pieces were good enough to do whatever they wanted to do. And it looked like that both teams were kind of in a first round feeling out process. You know, I'm coming in, I might shoot your jab or something, and then back off and see
body shots.
That. Then I might uppercut a little bit or whatever. You know, it was they felt each other out for a whole 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you doing that, because you know trading field goals, nobody's scoring touchdowns. I think
they did that trick play to score. Yeah.
Now they opened up the playbook with that trick play, and I didn't think that was going to work because the ball, whoever that was on that threw the ball across the field, the ball hung in the air for 2 days.
Ooh. I kept going. It was going to need to get batted down, or someone's going to screw this up. Yeah.
But I mean, the way that they were feeling each other out, they caught them at the right moment because both defenses were attacking. They were attacking.
Yeah.
And both defenses were, if I remember correctly, they were rushing 4.
Yeah, there wasn't many blitzes. Yeah, there wasn't many blitzes.
You know,
it was beat a man and whoop a man.
And one thing that Wilkes did, he started rushing 5.
Yeah,
he did that in the fourth quarter, second half, fourth quarter, overtime. Started rushing 5, which, if you're sending out 5 wide receivers or sending out 3 or 4 wide receivers, everybody has that back turn. Here come Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's like you're making it easy enough, but when you blitzing, when guys are out, if you don't get to him,
if you don't get to him, you get burned. You get burned. It was the same way with Joe Montana a long time ago, because Joe Montana, he didn't run that much, but San Francisco loved for you to blitz. And as soon as you commit, take that extra man and bring him, middle of the field wide open, slant time, you know. But
Jerry Rice, Jonathan Taylor, I mean, we could name them all. But Brent Jones, I mean, and then you think about Tom Brady, he was the same way. Yeah, I mean, but when they get to that point, they start attacking. It's like, now you want to blitz. Come on, bring it. We're waiting. We were waiting on this.
Yeah, they'll sit back there and let you go on ahead and blitz and bring all your men, and everybody be trying to tear their way to the quarterback all wild or whatever, and get held up or gummed up in the works. And once that happens, see, Mahomes as well as Purdy, they were getting rid of that ball. That ball. Now, I could tell that Shanahan had look. It's a wonder Purdy could breathe with the way that leash was around his neck. Because I mean, he had him reined in. Jack. Now,
go ahead, John.
That pass that he threw to the left side of IU, that surprised me that he even threw that. But it was a perfect pass.
Mm-hmm.
It was a perfect pass, and he got it all, and there was a catch made. And he did miss on 2 semi-deep shots into the end zone. Where now Deebo Samuel, the man held had the man chicken had referee. I'm sitting there looking at the referee, looking right at it, not saying nothing. Ain't saying word one. I said, now see, stuff like that will make me come out of this thing. I leave my seat. I will leave my seat.
You didn't like an armbar?
Man, I mean, it's just where the officiating has gotten to the point where it's just laughable. It's just completely laughable in a game that important. In a game that important,
You know
Hey,
what's
I see Red
crazy?
in here. Hey,
Yeah,
Red.
I think
Hey,
Red's getting
what's up, guys?
inside. Are we getting inside, Red?
Nah, I'm home. I've been home.
All right, cool,
Oh,
cool,
okay.
cool. We got Red
All
home.
right.
Cool. We didn't get to see the Batcave entrance, but it's
Nah,
all good.
nah, no. Didn't want to see you back. I just went on,
Uh,
drove on
don't
home.
worry. Gotham is
Yeah,
safe. We now know.
that's right.
Mm.
Atlanta streets are safe, man.
Red patrolled it. No, real quick before Red gets on, or before he starts in, because I want to hear what Red has to say. But I mean, let's be honest. So when we're watching the defense, anytime defense is on the field, we're just waiting for a flag to get thrown. That's how frequent it's happened. So I get
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying about that. I want to score 7 as soon as I can, man. But I'm telling you, Kyle Shanahan had Brock Purdy suffering from TBS, tight booty syndrome. That man couldn't shove a pin up his butt if he tried. Because I'm telling you, every dang time third down came, you saw Brock get tight. They were only 3 for 12, I think, on third down.
Yeah,
And it was like, yeah,
and this is the thing. If you remember back to the Falcons Super Bowl, Matt Ryan was 1 for 7 on third down
yes.
because he was always waiting. Okay, we would run the ball first and second down, see what we could get. Third down, it was always a
Mm-hmm.
pass on third down.
Yep.
Yeah, with us. And
Yeah.
Sunday, I was starting to see the same thing. I mean, thing is, you got to throw the dogs off the scent. You got to throw the dogs off the scent. You cannot be predictable. And
Yeah.
and the thing is, you may not be predictable in the actual play call, but you're predictable in the situation.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
you're predictable in the situation, and your job as an offensive coordinator slash head coach slash creator of the offense or whatever, you got to mix it up. And then on top of that too, you didn't see not one audible call because Kyle Shanahan. Now, difference between
Go
Brock
ahead.
Purdy, Kyle Shanahan. Okay, Brock Purdy was rescued from the non-draft exemption list, and he
Yeah.
owed Kyle Shanahan homage and worship and professional instruction following because of the fact that he didn't have the sweat equity to change any plays.
And that should tell you right there. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Kyle Shanahan, the only person that cost him the Super Bowl was himself. His
Yeah.
play calling cost him that Super. It wasn't Steve Wilkes, even though he has blame too. But first of all, let's stop. I love how everyone wants to talk about the overtime rule. We've known about the overtime rule. I get that. But my thing is, your defense just gave up the lead. You're going to throw your people are like, oh well, they should have thrown their defense back out there. Wait, what?
No, no,
No, you
no,
you throw your
no.
offense, and
Yeah.
you're trying to score a touchdown to win the game. Okay, you give up a field goal. Okay, Travis Kelsey's like, oh, they gave up the game. No, they didn't because
Mm.
their defense was well. It's just clutch time. Mahomes went clutch. And that's what we all were talking about. We all believed Mahomes was going to be Mahomes,
Yeah.
But my
Yeah.
my thing is, Kyle Shanahan is a punk, and that's basically how I feel about him. He's a rat face fink, and I'm sick of seeing about. Oh, he's a great offensive mind. No, he's an offensive coordinator. He could be your offensive coordinator. Run some great plays. Man sucks as a head coach because he doesn't get his face out of the playbook and he doesn't try to implement the best ways to win. He's got Christian McCaffrey, who was cooking. They were having a hard time stopping him. Oh, all of a sudden we just don't know how to run the ball. We can't throw a screen. Like you said, no audible, no adjustment at the line. You can't tell a guy, hey, there's Mr. Jones right there. He's going to beat you if you don't pay attention. Never mind, Brock's on his back. We'll get him next time.
And now something else too. And you all correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm going to say this because this is what I thought I saw. They were making money with a fullback in the backfield versus that one back set because it was one dude that was constantly tearing the line apart, just coming through at will.
Yeah, Christian, I think that was Jones, or Purnell or Jones.
Fullback said he don't even know the overtime rules.
No, well, now see, this is the thing. If you have a scoring mentality, you don't need to know them rules.
Just score a touchdown.
Just go touchdown. Just go at it. Because see, the thing is,
I have no idea why they were chastising folks. I mean, the ball.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they were making a big thing about the teams not knowing the overtime rule. Well, look, only thing I know and what I lived under for a long time was sudden death. Okay, go out there and score touchdown, field goal, whatever. All right, I don't care. Care. I mean, the thing is that your head coach is the one, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Your head coach is the one that's calling the tempo of the game. So if the team is not playing to win, that's his fault.
Thank you. But he decides to fire the DC.
Well,
fire blame the doggone defensive coordinator.
John, did I not tell you that was gonna happen? I said,
you did.
Come to shove, he's gonna fire the guy who's I can't say my skin, but whose skin look like you, John, because that's what he does. He ain't gonna take the blame. He ain't gonna take the onus on himself. He gonna look down there. Ooh, my DC is a black guy. Let me put the blame on the black guy. Hey, Blackie, it's on you. You the reason we lost. You are fired.
That's right.
I would love, real quick before we go to Wallace. What's up, Wallace?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Before real quick, I just gotta say, if I'm Sean McVay, if I ain't got a defensive coordinator yet, I'm calling Wilkes up, and I'm like, come on in.
Well, hey, Chris, you know he don't have one because we took his. His is our
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, man.
That or Seattle, I want somebody in that division need to hire Steve Wilkes as that defensive coordinator, and so he can put his foot in Kyle's ass the next time he play him.
Oh, I'm all for it.
You don't like my play calls? I'm gonna show you about my play calls. How you like this, Kyle?
What you think, Wallace?
That was a scapegoat move.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you gonna fire the defense coordinator, you should have fired a special team coach as well, because they made a turnover that Kansas City scored their first touchdown on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And that was the biggest one. That was the big turnover.
And see, now see,
John was hot.
Man, look.
You talking about special teams turnover? I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Get out the way.
But Red, even if the ball hit off your foot, you right there. You right there. All you got to do is fall your happy ass on the ball. He trying to run and scoop it. Man,
I never understand why do they try and scoop? They try to scoop it at fast pace. Dude, just fall your body. They taught me that at Maze High. Fall on the ball, Red. Take your butt, your gut, and fall on that ball.
Drop down, get down on the ground.
Yeah,
that sounds so simple and it's just so easy to do. But you gotta have that TikTok highlight. But I'm with y'all. Man should have just fell on the ball.
They be trying to grab it and make a play with it. I'm gonna scoop it up and run for a touchdown.
It's Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl.
But see, this the thing. look, you are inches away from disaster with the end zone right there.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Sideline. Now the sideline might save you, but you inches from disaster into the end zone because see now all they got to do now that somebody has touched it, all they got to do is fall on it in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty much.
and Wallace, see, I agree with you. Special teams coach. You're supposed to drum that into these jokers' heads from the time they start the season until the end of the season. Look, if it gets muffed, if something happens to it, don't try to pick it up. Don't try to pick it up. Fall on it, curl it to your body, and hold on until the whistle blows.
But this is what he's doing, though, guys.
Which is what was that? What Chris doing?
I'm reading the play call sheet, guys. I can't see the game. I don't know what you're talking about. Play call. What turnover? I didn't see no turnover. I'm just looking at the A5 formation where that Brock should throw an incomplete pass on 3rd and 4th. I mean, I don't see no turnover.
What
I want a cheesesteak omelet. I want a cheesesteak omelet, and I want fries and a drink. And tell them don't burn my hash brown. They'll tell them don't burn my hash brown.
Well, while you talking, it was the team whose coach had the Waffle House play sheet that fell on the ball. So obviously they knew how to fall on the ball.
They played for Andy.
The Chiefs. I tell you, this game right here really exposed a lot of Kyle's shortcomings as a coach. I mean, you got players coming out saying we didn't know the rules, we don't know this, we don't know that. We got Chiefs players saying we practice it all the time. This part of our routine during the week. We practice.
What about and Bosa throwing Wilkes under the bus? Man, that was BS.
No,
say what now?
Steve Wilkes.
I didn't like how Bosa threw Wilkes under the bus, saying that we never practiced the play that Patrick Mahomes is scrambling and he could throw it. Hold on.
That's bullshit.
How long has Patrick Mahomes been in the NFL? You don't know he can't throw or run at the same time. I want Joey Bosa to donate some of his salary because clearly he needs brain surgery already. If he doesn't know this, Patrick Mahomes
concussion protocol.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That. I mean, come on, blaming Will.
I mean, oh boy, see. You got anything else, Wallace? Was that it? You got anything else on that?
Wallace.
I mean that. Oh yeah, go ahead, Wallace. I'm sorry.
Because we'll just take off and start running.
Shanahan just did the same. He just did the same thing he did with us. You ran the ball the whole time. Yep. You get down there in the red zone. You run it one time, and then the next 3 plays you want to pass. They couldn't stop your run. So why you switch up for a pass, and why you could have just kept running the ball and scored, whether you knew the overtime rules or not.
True. Because and a couple of times, did you see that fullback play where he was handed straight to the fullback real quick? Mm-hmm. The fullback had a hole right there, and he was getting 2-3 yards. Okay.
And not only that, but the fullback was making plays. Juszczyk was catching the ball. He was running the ball. I mean, him and McCaffrey were the best 2 49er players. And I'm sorry, I hate to throw Debo and Ayuk under the bus, but hell, they didn't even throw Ayuk or Kittles the ball. And those are your top guys.
Yeah. And like I said, he had that leash on him. C-Dub. Had that leash on him.
Got that choker on him.
Had that leash on him.
What I call him? I called him Captain Choke Job.
TBS.
Yeah.
When we get close to winning time, TBS. That man's got a top booty syndrome.
Yeah, and see,
that's 3 chances he don't blue in the Super Bowl.
People always, when I say something about training camp, something I saw in training camp, or clip, or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John, it's just training camp. It's just practice. You practice how you play.
Exactly.
You practice how you play. if they let you get away with dogging it in practice, guess what's gonna happen when you get out there on the field? You're gonna dog it even worse there. All right, because see, and it would be a different thing if you had 2 weeks of training camp with 2 a day. It would be a different thing. But see now, man,
I think football be better.
Yeah, it would.
It was better.
It was better.
Think about it. Back when when they put these guys out on that field and wore them out 2 a day, they could barely move after practice. That's what I want. Go back to them days.
And see, and it's the lazy players. It's the lazy players that, well, we don't feel we need to be out there that long. We don't need to be out there now. I remember going to not Flowery Branch, but Suwannee, when the Falcons were right off of that Suwannee exit over there.
Got that big old hill.
In the hot of July, in a 2-week training camp. I mean, Jokers was hauling water back and forth. The water boy passed out because he was passing out water so much. I mean,
he couldn't squirt him in the mouth.
Dragging, and see one but 2 motorized carts up there, and that was for the coaches. Go whatever. Yeah. But the water boy had that great big old metal igloo cooler. You remember them stainless steel igloo coolers, whatever, with all of those funnel cups on the top of it. Joker running back and forth. Then they got to where they had a spigot on there where the Joker hold his mouth open. He could shoot water in the Joker's mouth and all that type of stuff. But the thing was, they practiced in the morning, then they practiced in the evening. Okay. Yeah. The evening practice, man, it was ridiculous. I mean, you could see the heat waving up off of that grass out there. But by the time they finished, they were ready. They were ready for the season.
Thank you.
They were ready for the season. Versus walkthroughs. What we doing now? We walking through. No pads and helmet until week 5 of training camp.
That's ridiculous. Man, oh my God.
You got to get your body prepared to hit.
Yeah.
John, let me tell you, when I was at Mays High, the summer of my junior season, they took us to Troy, Alabama. I think it was either Troy State College or Troy College down there for a camp. 1 week camp. Man, we had to get up at the dawn of the day. As soon as that first sunlight, we had to be up. I mean, I had to set my alarm at 5 in the morning because that first practice was at 6 a.m. Breakfast, back out there at 11 a.m. Lunch, have a little time for yourself, maybe an hour to yourself, and the big practice. That's the afternoon practice. That was 3 practices a day. I don't know how my little ass survived, but I survived. Oh yeah, I survived football camp. And that's the reason folk respect me so much to this day. All my high school folks, because my little ass was out there every day, hitting, running. I mean, woo boy, I said that was hell week right there. But I appreciated it because it had us ready for the season. It was probably our best season of my high school career.
Yeah. Hey, Wallace, what did you play ball?
I did.
Are these stories familiar?
Yes, they are. I remember those days, those tour days.
Oh my God!
Be out there in the morning, take a break, come back at 12.
Yeah, you had to come back. It wasn't over with after the first practice. You had to go home and come back.
At 2, then you had to come back at 4.
Yeah. And the thing was, and the point that I was getting to, because I know I take a long time to get to points and stuff like that, but I do that for a reason. Those coaches, if you were messing a play up, you would run that play. That one play you messed up, you would run that play till you got it right. The way run this until you do it like I drawed it up.
We used to end practices on one play sometimes.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing Dan Reeves one time. I mean, man, he was coaching his behind off. No, that's not the way I told you to do it.
Our best
go
coach.
over here. They take the man and move him right over. Go over here. Go over here. I know the man is coming at you, but you got to rely on your teammate. When you move there, he's going to come in, pick up the block right there. You go here, and you're going to be open. You're going to be open. I mean, he was really grinding, trying to get them to do it right. And they finally ran the play one time right. He said, well, okay, now let's do it again. Messed it up. Somebody false started or somebody did something. All right, we're going to be out here until we get this right. We're going to be out here until we get it right. But
that's the problem. But that's the biggest problem in the NFL. It's like the walkthroughs, the padded practices. They're taking the physicality out. Well, the physicality is what brings people to watch it, and then it's not just that, but you have to prepare yourself. Like these players, for Joey Bosa, I'm going back to this because it pissed me off. This elite sack master, Joey Bosa, who's supposed to be able to get down any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I get it. You depend on your coaches, but don't you take film? Don't you take some personal pride and watch film on all these quarterbacks? You're telling me you never watched a Patrick Mahomes game? I really would love for you to tell me that because I want to know. Because it's like, dude, players watch players. J.J. Watt would watch everything Tom Brady did. It's just maddening when you hear someone like Bosa, who I get it, he just got paid. But my thing is this is the perfect athlete to look at. Because in the offseason, what do you work on when no one's watching? Do you work on coverage ability? Do you work on being able to handle or being able to push a guy down and being able to still track the quarterback? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but there was no pass rush at the end. And I blame the players because eventually, don't you need to make a play? You're getting called to play.
So. I kind of thought so.
Everybody says, "Oh, I want accountability. I want a coach that coached me hard," and then they get that, and then they go, "He didn't prepare us properly." What?
Because
take your happy ass out of here.
but see, this is the thing.
I get in trouble. I get fired.
C-Dub, me too.
Me
too. Because I do,
One practice I'd lose it.
Especially basketball. Basketball. Because the difference between me sitting at home watching you and you playing, you supposed to be able to make shots. You're supposed to be able to make shots, especially if you're open. If you're open, there is no excuse for you to be missing shots.
Thank you.
Okay, you might miss one or two, but sometimes they don't even get to the rim.
Hey, isn't the game like catered to the offense now too in the NBA?
Yep.
And yet they can't shoot shots. Gee, I wonder why.
You can't shoot. And I always tell people, when that NBA player gets that big contract, after sometimes before they put the swimming pool in, what do they all put either inside the house or outside the house?
Well, they usually put I think it's either your basketball court, but most times they put a pool in.
See, that somewhere along the line, a basketball court is going to be put at that house. So why the hell can't you shoot free throws?
Thank you. No. They always have that 3-point line very etched in stone, but you rarely see the free throw line.
Yeah, I bet you
Red's got a comment on that one.
What's the topic? On what? On what?
Well, we were talking.
We got a superstar. What in the world, bro?
What in the world, Bo? What's going on with y'all tonight, man?
What in the world is you doing on this side of town? Welcome, Big Low Country, to the House of Horrors here. Thanks for coming in.
I was hoping for some Southern Silk.
What is it, Caleb?
Well, first of all,
what are you yelling for?
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. I finally made it on the eye test. Mama, we made it. I can shut it down now.
Awesome. I'm so happy.
And we also have Ron coming in. Ron, what's going on, Ron?
What's up, Ron?
My tag team partner.
What's up?
He didn't help me fix the car, but he was just there to make me laugh.
What's up, Big Low? What's up?
On, man?
And man, now you know what if y'all been watching, and Big Low, if that's crackling, I need a box.
Man,
box too. Crackling. If that's what you got.
Nah, man, I wish I did.
But you know what we've been fussing about, and Low, since you came on, what you think about that Super Bowl, man?
Well, before we go into the Super Bowl, I wanted to ask y'all: Have any of y'all strung tobacco in the summertime? Anybody?
Oh
yes, yes.
Coach, I already know you did, Coach Wallace. I know where you from. I already know Coach Wallace did. He probably did it.
Have anybody did what with tobacco?
Has anybody strung tobacco before?
No.
They don't know what that is, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Red know what it is. He's stringing some now.
But the reason why I say that is because I heard y'all talking about training camp and doing these 2 days. Bo, man, it's hot. Man, imagine being in Georgia in July, going out there 2 times a day. Man, that's tough, Bo.
Yeah,
that's what I told him, man.
Man, that's tough. You know, I remember whenever I was a kid, you know, that's how we get our school clothes.
Big Country, what school you went to?
So I went down. So Coach Wallace know where I'm from, but I'm from down in Southeast Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, down there near Savannah, near Statesboro. But that's how we got our school clothes. And boy, you talk about something hot. You know, we was out there all day long, and you know, you talking about 2 days, 2.5, 3 hour practice 2 times a day.
Man,
that's tough, man. That's tough.
I tell you, only thing got me through it was our band and cheerleaders were there at the same time. These guys,
man. Hey, you can't beat that. You can't. Yeah. So you showing out for the girl.
Had some type of motivation.
He was showing off the other type booty syndrome.
Now, Low. Now I'm gonna ask you this though: was you ready after them 2 days? Was you ready?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you were ready, but I mean, you was hurting. At the end of the day, I don't feel like you could be as good as an athlete as you would be if you just went out there 1 time. Like at the end of the day, you don't need to go out there 2 times. You know, I look at the longevity of that players have today compared to what they had back in the day, like in the 80s and the 90s, even the 70s. Like they just don't play as long as they used to, because I mean, just imagine going out there 2 times a day. They used to do it back during the regular season back in the day too. Right? They just do it at training camp. Man, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body. And them boys, they was hitting.
Some of these guys wouldn't even make the team now if they were doing 2 days. These little sausages would be on got cut or be on left training camp within the second or third week.
They would have been out there playing with LeBron James.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I can't do this. Let me go play basketball or baseball. It's football too hard.
Yeah. Well, now, and I'm going to say this before Ron. Just hold on a second. I'm just going to say this. But there should be some type of happy medium between practicing hard enough. Okay. Low, what they're doing now versus what they used to do, they ain't doing nothing. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. They walk. What is the schedule? organized team
OTA,
activities, walkthroughs, things of that sort. Anyway. I mean, you don't put on pads until what, the 5th week of the first trimester before the baby born and all that type of stuff. Come on, man.
They used to put on pads at minicamp, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, and that's something else too. Those pads they have now, there's no way I would lead with my shoulder with them itty bitty little old pads they have on there.
Man, those are nice pads though. Those are nice pads. I ain't gonna lie to you, those pads are nice, man. Like they protect you real good.
Well, see, it ain't the protection part.
Your shoulders with them old pads, them things are heavy.
Yeah, and see, hey, Lo, when you brought them things, when you brought them pads, you were bringing something with you. And see, that's basically, and see, that was another thing. Didn't you have to condition yourself to wear those pads too?
Of course.
To compensate for that weight and compensate for that size and bulk.
The pads,
I had to get my shoulder real strong, man.
The pads back then were so heavy. If you did,
oh my God,
yeah, but
bring you down. The
like I had a suitcase on my damn shoulder.
Right, that was so thick back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't had no choice but to get right. So,
I was too busy wearing the bathrobe trying to wrestle.
They want you to wear thigh pads and knee pads, all them damn pads. Like, man, these shoulder pads heavy enough.
Well, look, you were being girded. Like the Bible said, gird up your loins like an able-bodied man. You were ready to go to war.
Here goes God.
You ready to go to war.
Yeah, man, John, back then you ain't had no choice but to go.
You know John was going to go biblical.
I knew he was going to do it after a while. I should know.
I mean, look.
Damn, take up a collection plate.
I think it needs to go another round.
I was just trying to. Now, while y'all sitting up here laughing and talking. Now, while y'all sitting up here laughing and talking, remember those jokers back in England when the knights had all of that coat of mail and those big suits and all that stuff on, and then used to carry that great big old singing sword and all that, and the big mace ball. Look, them jokers had to be in shape to get in that thing.
Are you talking about the Three Amigos?
They had to see how slow the boys are moving. You see how slow they were moving though? Like these pads, these pads are light. You put these pads on, it's like you feel like that's
why you can have. That's why you got more guys like me out there playing football, getting their asses run over. Goddamn, they think, man, these pads ain't that big. I can play. These easy. No, you can't play. You better get your ass trucked.
Yeah, hey, they have a false sense of security behind them little old pads.
Mm-hmm. John,
exactly.
I'm a big man.
I played wide receiver for Avondale High School in Decatur, Georgia. My shoulder pad. Avondale High School.
Stone's Way from Shamrock.
My shoulder pads were like this and shit back in the day.
Oh yeah. Let me ask this, Ryan. Were you showing the belly button though?
Yeah,
you got to. You wide receiver.
The whole shirt.
Is that it?
He had the 8-pack. He's like, look at y'all, ladies.
Because the pads are so big.
Right. You had a 6-pack. You had that McDonald's cheeseburger belly back then, man.
Now I got it.
Yeah. Back then you had it.
I have a keg.
165 pounds.
Okay,
man.
Okay. So, I bet you can run. I bet you can run faster too.
My left leg weighed that one time.
What you said? Because see, man, I remember, man. Look, the coach pulled me out of the cafeteria, because he saw me run from history class, bend the corner, come down through the teacher's parking lot, and be the first in line in the cafeteria. I want you to play punt return.
John, you were running for that.
Man, yeah, look,
food, were you?
John.
Hey, look here. By 11:30, I was hungry.
John. I'm finna tell you, I was running like that, going home.
It depends on what they had.
Running away for a pit bull chasing me every day. So,
my
God,
man, yeah. Bro. What is it about our Atlanta neighborhood that folks always just leave their damn dogs out, man? Like, man, it be the most dangerous dogs.
So you walking home, you see the pit bull. Oh,
you be like, how am I getting? You just pray that your door is open, because if you get to your front door, oh my God,
maybe the old days we didn't have it so good.
Well, I wouldn't trade them. Man, look, that running from them dogs and
oh my God,
running trying to catch the bus, sometimes running home and all that type of physical activity. We didn't realize it at the time, but it was helping us.
That's true.
But what? So you want to
help us. Yeah. But I mean, but and the thing was, man, I just remember times, man, I just take off running at the drop of a hat. Wouldn't be
just
nothing
for
to
no
think
reason.
about, wouldn't be nothing to do.
No reason.
You know, just haul tape.
God's run, eh? Sorry.
Yeah. And whoever near you, they take off too. They're like, man,
yeah. That bug be like this.
We used to race at the drop of a hat, going up and down the street or whatever, see who's the fastest in the neighborhood. And thing was, I couldn't wait to get outside because I got smoked yesterday. I'm gonna get you because I know where I messed up at. You know, but and see, you know, and see, that's the thing that I'm thinking that is lacking in the game today, and this is from a layman's standpoint, because it's all about money now. And it's so much about money. There's no love of the game. There's no willingness to get better. There's no, you know, you'll go to these camps and these people will teach you this and teach you that. And I would suspect that some of it is valuable. However, just being athletic from being a child.
Yeah.
Just being athletic from being a child, you know, because man, staying inside, that was punishment for me.
Yes.
When I was growing up, that was punishment.
Couldn't do it.
You know.
Hey, John, if you don't mind, I wanted to ask Big Low, because we've been talking about the coach situation that happened with Kyle Shanahan, and you know, deciding to dump Wilkes. So I wanted to ask Lowe and Ron, because they haven't put their input in.
Ron,
I want to know what I gotta know what Big Low thinks, but I gotta know what my boy Ron thinks. Especially, I know now, Ron. Remember, we're a children's show. We don't want the naughty words to fly out like they normally do. You know I'm fucking with you. Anyway, go ahead, Ron.
I finna try and keep it PG.
PG-13.
But Shanahan, no.
Better let them words.
You know how they said at this moment, you know he F up.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, when he stopped running the ball in the third quarter, he knew he F up. And to take the light off of him, he put it on the defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, you know what? The light on me, but I finna get the light off of me and put it on my defensive coordinator and fire him the next day. He did the same here.
Go on, preach.
He did the same shit here. Did what he do. He just like Arthur Smith. I finna show everybody how smart I am, but really you showing everybody how stupid you is, because you finna give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes now.
See, I knew Big Low. I knew what Big Low was gonna do. I can do it.
I gotta hear it.
Right.
Go on, Big Low.
I'm just
Ron teach you
Ma. Look, Ma.
Right.
Look what I can do.
I can do this.
Right. Exactly. That's him.
But that's what he did.
That's what Ratatouille did.
That's what Shanahan do.
We don't call him Kyle. We call him Ratty.
Well, I call him Rat Face, BRTCH, on my show last night.
Ooh, we got a kid, man.
But this what he do.
Who got a kid around?
Oh, well, you still got to be careful because see, they were cussing.
Yeah,
they were cussing, Mom. that big bald head man, he was cussing.
Why are you pointing at me, John? I have hair.
No, I'm pointing at my camera.
But I'm not surprised. This is what Shanahan do. Shanahan, he like, oh, I got all the heat coming on me. I finna put towards my defensive coordinator. Oh, you did not stop nobody. Well, you did not run the ball either, Shanahan. The same shit he did with us in the Super Bowl.
Oh. Yeah. But now, Big Low.
Yes, sir.
Now look. What do you tell your special team folks?
Oh boy!
When the ball kick off the foot and ball going riverling and rolling around down there around about 10, 5-yard line. Did you ever teach your people? Tell me what you told them. Because see, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am putting too much emphasis or exegesis on this situation. Talk to me, Coach.
If you don't fall on it, my wrath will fall on you.
Thank you.
Wow, Big Low. That sounds like what John said.
If you don't fall on it,
you gave Big Low a few minutes to come up with that little lie.
No. I've been saying that one.
Wait a minute, John. You watch basketball all the time, right? You just gave Big Low a layup.
Yeah, hey. That counts as an assist for me.
Right, you gave him assist.
Shaq
but I wanted to hear a good old bringing up the kids type coach. What they would say, because see, I know my coach, if I did something like that, my coach would have me lap the entire neighborhood. You thought the Atlanta Beltline was long? My coach would have me lap the city.
We would have had to call.
My head coach told me to do Mike Tyson.
We would have had to call the appliance man. We would have had to call Sears Home Repair to get you out from between the wash machine and the dryer. We would have doggone both.
What they call that what that little punishment they do when you got to roll 100 yards of the field? I think I did that one time, and I was not.
It would have been somebody's mama, grandma, aunties, uncles. They all would have been wanting to fight me after the game. It would have been going down. I would have been standing by my truck. Just in case it would have been too many of them. Okay, you know I got that foul.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm laughing this. I'm trying not to laugh too much for damn.
But as far as Kyle Shanahan, though, guys, I'm going to tell y'all something. Kyle Shanahan has a problem. And first of all, I said this 2 or 3 years ago. Whenever we get to the third quarter, Kyle Shanahan needs to do this. Here, you take this.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. That's what I said. Matt Ryan should have did. When Matt Ryan hit Julio on that 22-yard line, he should have turned that headset off and like, look, Kyle, I'm not listening to you no more. I don't need your help no more. And I always am gonna blame him. I ain't gonna never forgive him because you let that man cost you your statue outside the beans, boy.
He's the best. I don't care what nobody say. In my mind, he's the best offensive mind in the game.
But until the pressure.
Hold on. Yeah, I actually agree with Big Low on that. I actually said that. Kyle Shanahan is a great offensive coordinator. Now, as a head coach, hell no.
Now, I think it's just one of those things where you're so good at something, it's like you get a high. It's kind of like, I used to sell cars. Like after I stopped coaching, every time I sold a car, I would get a seller's high. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's like I want to do it more and more. Kyle Shanahan, he gets a high off of calling these great plays, these very creative plays, and whenever it blows up, and he wants to get the high of calling the great creative play at the height of crunch time in the Super Bowl. So he's going to keep doing it. This isn't something that's going to change. If he gets back there next year,
he'll do the same thing.
He's gonna do the same thing, like because his whole thought process is, look, I coached my team here. You didn't coach me here, Ron. You didn't coach me here, Reg. You ain't coach. I did this. So you ain't gonna tell me what I should do with my team. I'm the reason we're here.
But I mean, this third and fourth play is going to be really good.
But go ahead, Mr.
I'm looking forward to this play.
That's why you still ain't got no ring.
So he gonna sit on the sideline.
Oh, he got one. He got a real one. Hey, C-Dub.
He gonna sit on the sidelines.
C-Dub. Now, low.
That third and four, we need to go the smother route, the Patty Mel special.
Hey, Low, wait a minute. Low, that's Andy Reid damn playbook right there.
For real? Why y'all keep giving Kyle that Waffle House playbook, man?
That's too small.
But the thing is, now Kyle Shanahan be folded all up, be all folded up.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid will be in a full spread.
In full spread, boy. You don't know what he going to get. You don't know for the pork chop.
Andy Reid said, after we win the Super Bowl, I want me a cheeseburger.
Get that cheeseburger.
What you talking about? They already got Andy. They already got his plate ready for him. They know his order.
Man, look.
Patrick, get me the nuggets and the cheeseburger.
Man, look here. He got a doggone gravy biscuit IV going into it right on.
And he made commercials about it too.
Hey, John
tried to kill me.
Talking about stealing somebody's chicken nuggets. Man, that joke got that.
Give me some of those nuggets.
Got that doggone waffle syrup just going straight to that main artery.
Give me some of those nuggies.
I need those nuggies. That big cheeseburger in his mouth. He ain't even finished the cheeseburger before he grabbed it.
Yeah.
Fred, don't make fun of me how I eat my cheeseburger. I'm hungry.
But
hungry
go ahead,
like
Ron.
A dinosaur. Hungry like a dinosaur.
But Kansas City will get back next year. I would say that. And
Kansas City will.
And if the 49ers get back, if they get back, Andy Reid got his number.
Yeah.
Well, hey, haven't they put out the odds for Super Bowl win already? And they said the 49ers were gonna win it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they say, but that don't mean nothing.
That's what
did I post on my page? Did I not tell y'all, Big Country? I know you saw my post that Kyle ain't gonna ever win it. He ain't gonna ever win it all.
You need to do right by us, Kyle.
The football gods won't allow it.
Look, I feel
do
like
right by us, Kyle.
I feel like Whoopi Goldberg on the color.
Do right by me.
You
now wait a minute. Now hold up. Now hold up. And now they still.
You do right by John. John had hair.
Now, this Spielberg tell her to hold up them two fingers. Hold up them two fingers, Whoopie. I need it.
I bet you Usher did.
But Spielberg and them, that's the what do they call that? The evil eye from over there, from over across pond, evil eye, the knit splits or something where you because they had a Outer Limits episode where this lady brought her son to the bully's door and did you do this to my son? Get away from me, lady. She put that thing on him. He was through. He was through. And I'm kind of scared of doing it because I see myself pointing at myself. So I'm going to have to cut that out.
No, John. You're not doing it to yourself.
I don't know what kind of damn power that have.
Rat face Kyle.
I don't know.
It had Danny Glover frozen in his step. I don't know how.
Hey,
knock you in it.
Hey, guilty conscience to do that.
There you go.
Yep.
Guilty conscience.
Hey, you'll be back. You'll be back. You'll be back.
I still can't believe they fired Steve Wilkes after 1 year. They fired that man. And tried to say he's not the right fit. Hey, Bigelow, does this sound familiar? He just didn't fit in. Oh, like someone just lost their compass. He just wasn't our guy.
I mean,
we got Markwell Manuel again.
I know one thing. After that radio interview today, I would take him in Atlanta all day. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really didn't trust Ricky Lake's little brother to begin with.
Talk about Aquaman. I already gave him a nickname, Aquaman. I tell you, Aquaman better have that defense, because if he don't, we're gonna be in Aquaman. Hey,
that defense in Washington, boy, it was driving the struggle bus. I don't know why in the world. Where he was, he must have owed him some money or something.
He's like,
I think
you my boy
running the defense.
Yeah,
he's gonna call up Steve. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Steve, you think you come over? Yeah, don't worry about Jimmy. We're gonna just move him around."
Don't worry about Jimmy.
I think Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman is the day. I think Aquaman is the day we're gone of this coaching staff.
Oh God!
Have they fired him yet? Have they fired him yet?
He's not online. Like, he's not a listed coach.
He's not listed.
No. Gone is fired. He's
still washing trays in the cafeteria.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He has to get those. He has to get those DoorDash orders done with him and Desmond. They're like a package deal, I heard. And then they're going to be out.
I don't trust them because them jokers will eat your French fries. Them jokers, look, don't order nothing from them folk. Them jokers be taking chicken wings and eating French fries.
I tell you what, John, if they start munching on my food, I'm gonna beat them with the love of Jesus.
Man, look, and see, look.
And
now, that's why they started. You touch one of my damn fries.
You screwed my team.
You won't feel it while you're eating it, but when you get ready to let it go, you will pay.
Dinner.
I hope you get hung up in the curb.
So they're gonna be running a 3-4 base defense.
Yeah,
and that's I just don't see that. Like with the front that we have now. I mean, you got Grady Jarrett with alligator arms. You got David Ayumata.
But he's too small.
He too little.
He too small. You need man. Look, you need a fire plug. One of them big industrial mailboxes.
Guys,
one of them boys that could touch his knees without bending over. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all 2 questions. Since he's too small, do you think we would trade him to the Rams for Aaron Donald?
No.
Or do y'all see we will get the D tackle from the Texas?
All right. I was about to say something about that, Ron. You must have read my mind.
None of that's gonna happen.
Hold on. Ron's actually bringing up a good point because, first of all, the D tackle draft is actually very deep. Yeah. And he's talking about is, I believe, Devon Sweat.
Yep.
And Sweat would be the perfect 3-4 guy you put in the middle. Right. And that's the kind of guy you're talking about, John. You'd put in there to absorb a couple of blocks so your guys get freed up.
What round is he projected?
Second, I'm hearing second round, Fred.
Okay, because I'm gonna say we're not picking no defensive player in the first.
No. I'm just saying, but it's very deep, and I know when I've been doing the mock drafts, he's normally picked in the second.
Well, if we're gonna change the defense, so we're gonna have to draft some defensive guys now that you're changing the defense.
Well, wait a minute.
Right, we need to call Steve. Call Steve.
You better get that quarterback.
Hey, now, weren't we running a 3-4 this year?
No,
I thought we were.
Yeah.
I swear it was 4-3.
No, we were running. We were running a 3-4.
But everybody said Grady Jerry too small.
I think
I'm just saying right now, we're like Michael Jackson in the 90s. We don't have a nose. We don't have a nose, guys.
Yeah, true. Hey, you see what Millie Mills asking you, Low? He said, "Hey, Low, let's say we do get JF. Who's JF?
Justin Fields.
Oh, Justin Fields. Okay. Are you willing to pay him 160 to 270 million in a couple of years?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We
gotta need to see what he is first, don't we?
Fields go. Let's get our own quarterback in the draft. I just want to let Fields go.
Wait a minute, man.
Our own quarterback.
If you cannot get your guy, he's the best option on the sideline.
If we can't get our guy, we're gonna be screwed.
What you think,
real quick?
What you think, Lo?
Yeah, 160 to 270 million. I just don't see that happening right now.
Me either.
If you're trying to get to the point where you could compete with the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, like you're going to have a good 3 or 4 years where you don't pay a quarterback $40 million so you can continue to build this team up, because that's where we're on the trajectory of right now, building the team up. So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, let's say Justin Fields does come here and he balls out and he demands $45-50 million. Like you're literally gonna be moonwalking. Motown 25.
Yeah.
You're gonna be back in the Ryan.
Giving my middle finger to Justin Fields. I don't want to do it on the air though, but I'm giving my middle finger to Justin Fields. If you think I'm gonna pay you that much, I'm like, come here. I'm gonna say,
okay, now.
Well, what did Wallace say? I wanted to hear what Wallace said real quick. I'm sorry.
About what?
Wallace, give him your middle finger.
About
Wallace.
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. Because if they do trade him, it's gonna be somewhere in the AFC. They're not gonna want to trade him in the NFC.
Yeah, unless the deal is really good.
Well,
where you going?
Okay, now you're gonna pay this man 160 to 270 million dollars in a couple of years.
Yep.
And all of the draft picks that you're going to have to give up to even get it.
I think you can get him for a second.
And see, thing is, beggars can't be choosy. We beggars.
Yeah.
Oh, we not. We were, but we ain't anymore. We can't.
Now if you going after Red, if you going after Justin Fields, you a beggar. Because
that's why I say we not.
Yeah,
don't go after him.
Okay.
Don't go after him. Go find your own quarterback, like most intelligent franchises do. That way you won't be begging nobody for anything. If anything, somebody gonna come beg you for something. But I'm just saying.
Well, can we give Desmond Ridder away? I mean, I was kind of hoping we could just go ahead and just donate him to the Arthur Smith Fund.
Look, the container you put him in will be worth more than what's inside of it.
Exactly. Somebody donate him. They're gonna arrest us for donating his ass. Man, we finna arrest y'all motherfuckers, man. Donating this guy to us.
We're trying to get rid of Ridder. We're not trying to keep. Now, by the way, I've heard too many damn times on different shows, not Lowe's though. Big Low knows what's up. But there have been people trying to talk about how, Desmond Ridder's got a chance. If the owner, the coach, and the GM don't mention your name and say, the quarterback position, it needs a definite upgrade. That does not mean.
Now, C-Dub.
Hold on. Let me just say, because that does not mean you're going to want to keep Ridder. Now, and the other thing people don't think about, because they're saying, he knows the offense. He knows how to. No. He knows Arthur Smith's offense. He doesn't know Zach Robinson's offense. He would have to learn too. And all I'm saying is, I think that,
Are they talking about Ridder and Zach Robinson?
Other shows have mentioned how Zach Robinson could tap into Ritter. I'm not going to say a name. I'm just going to say a pound for pound, maybe. But some people are saying
is gonna laugh his ass out the door. You think you gonna play for me? You think you can play for me? Boy, if you don't get this piece of trash out of here, Raheem, I thought we were making a change, man. Get this piece of trash out of here.
Now, C-Dub, I got to talk to you about your use of language here. You said, wait a minute. Now, just hear me out.
All right.
You said that, and no, it's not your use of language. It's what you said that they said. They saying that the offensive coordinator can tap into Ritter instead of the other way around.
They said Zach Robinson could bring that genius juice, work with Ritter. He could tap into what Ritter has and make him a better quarterback. And we should look favorably upon it. I went, first of all, if the owner says we need a upgrade, if the coach says we're looking for elite processors, the GM goes, quarterback, we need to upgrade. We're going to look at all avenues. Last I checked, Ritter's name did not come up at all. And last I checked, that means you out. Go with Dave Ragone. Go make those orders and get out.
It didn't come up at all because everybody got their thinking caps on now, as opposed to last year.
Yeah.
Well, you got some people. Red, you got some people that can put a thinking cap on. Because see, look, some people were walking around here with nothing above this. Last year they were walking around here with nothing above this, looking like Alice the Goon on Popeye. I love Popeye.
Zach Robinson did call their name today in his press conference. He did call Heineke and Ritter's name in the press conference today.
Who did?
Zach Robinson.
Okay, now
wait. When he called their name, he say, Zach, which two quarterbacks would you absolutely not want on your team next year? And he said, "Oh, I know two. That damn sorry ass Heineke and that trash ass Ritter. But if you think them two motherfuckers playing for me, you better keep dreaming." Did he say it like that, Wallace?
That wasn't a question that was asked.
Big Low.
He was evaluating both of them.
Well, now, okay. Now, speaking of that was a topic. The coordinator spoke today.
Right.
Yeah.
They had their own mini press conference.
I got to hear this right here. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
And I was amazed that there wasn't anybody out there holding their hand. That they were allowed to talk, and I didn't see nobody's hand up the back.
because he's actually a real guru. Well, what did people get out of Zach Robinson today? Did they feel like this guy actually know what he's doing? I bet they did.
Zach Robinson was talking, and people were going, "Wait a minute, there's not a DoorDash menu connected to him. He hasn't been on his phone the whole time." Big Low, do you see this?
Oh my God.
He did seem like a competent coordinator, though. He did seem like, he has plans to help take the passing offense to the next level. Let's just hope that it comes to fruition. And, they get the right tools to make it happen.
See, okay. Ordinarily, when you are installing a new offense, that's one thing. When you're installing a new offense and getting a new pitcher, that's something else. And reasonably, I'm going to be very apprehensive about the fact of trying to, buy into, we on our way, because there are some growing pains that have to take place before everybody's comfortable.
Yes.
Because the way when we were talking about how practices were being constructed, how practices were ran, things of that sort, a lot of times the offenses, if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, the offenses were kind of up to speed to a certain extent versus what they are now. Because in the beginnings of the seasons, the defenses are ahead of the offenses. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, usually, yeah. Defense usually is ahead of the offense. Yeah,
the defense is ahead because see, the offense is still feeling its way out. The playbook has. Go ahead, Red.
Work in. Well, I'm saying you're right about that because not only that, you also have to work in new pieces that you bring on to new pieces, new schemes, new formations.
Yeah, I'm about to ask about that too.
Now you bringing in the biggest piece of the offense when you get you a starting quarterback, because see, these people don't know each other. Exactly. They don't know each other. Now,
very true.
Possibly, okay, like Matt Ryan used to do, and whatever good it did, you couldn't measure with a Coke spoon. At any rate, what he did and what various quarterbacks have done, they've gone taking the wide receivers, tight ends, whatever, and they have a little skull session where they kind of familiarize themselves with each other. And it's nothing like live fire situations for you to get familiar with, quarterback, but at least, you'll learn something. It'll take a while for things to kind of gel. That's what I'm suspecting. And
Caleb and Drake won't have that. They are already familiar with each other.
Yeah, but the thing is that neither one of them throwing the ball to each other unless we're gonna use wide receivers to throw. I'm not opposed to that, man. I'm not opposed to that. But I don't know if we should be getting that kind of fancy and all, just getting all crazy at the beginning of the season, because
that's what Art Smith tried to do for you,
Yeah, with your tight end.
Yeah,
I'm so glad he gone. Lord.
Best player available. That's the question we really need to be asking.
Yeah.
So whatever we need, I think we're gonna get.
So here's the question.
We need.
Here's the question that should be asked with this team, because your question earlier, John, about if this team was, we have taken advantage of the Niners and Kansas City, and my answer earlier was no, because we still had those quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, do we believe that we could get lucky, get the guy we want as a rookie, develop him, and not only that, remember, the guy that we get has to be that guy. It's almost like what we said with Raheem. He's a leader of men. Pardon me. A guy that's just going to lead. Or can we count on that? And which of these guys are that guy? And who's going to take that step to, all right, let me get with Drake. Let me get with Pitts. Let me get with Bijan. Let me get with, these guys. And look, that comes from within. It doesn't come because Raheem's telling him to do it. It doesn't come because Zach's telling him to do it. They got to do that. So Matt Ryan was that guy that did that for the team. Was, hey, let's get together. Let's work together. So my question is, who's that guy? Is it Daniels? I don't think it's Williams. I could be talking to Mays, and I could be talking to Daniels for sure.
Well, let me help you out, C-Dub. I think with the coaching staff they were in big country and run, y'all let me know if y'all agree with this. You too, John.
Yeah, you don't care what I say.
I mean, he is the host, Red. God, man, jeez. Why don't you just Shanghai the man's show? Jesus.
Okay, we'll see how light your check is this week.
Why did you bring that up, Chris?
Red, wait a minute, John. He gets paid. I thought this was a volunteer system. I've been bamboozled.
I just hear something get fired.
Go ahead.
But I think with the coaching staff that we have on offense, with the coaches we've accumulated on offense now, May Daniels, Caleb, or Penix would all benefit with Zach Robinson coaching. I wouldn't be worried about those guys, those 4 guys at all. If we would have landed any one of those guys, even though I'm kind of down on May with the way he kind of choked it up in his college season, but the guy still got first round talent. You put any one of those 4 guys I just named with Zach Robinson, and I bet you Zach Robinson will be feeling real good about his quarterback room, other than the trash he got in it right now that he about to kick out. He about to call the exterminator to get them 2 suckers out of here, boy. Get them rodents up out of here.
Wait. Say those names again.
May, Caleb, Jalen Daniels, or Michael Penix. If we land any one of those 4 guys, I think we'll be okay with Zach Robinson coaching. What you think?
With Penix, and my boy had been telling me this for the last 2 weeks, we got to get Caleb McGarry some help if we get Penix.
Well, yeah, we got to protect Penix because he injury prone.
Right.
And he's left-handed.
Yeah, that's his blind side.
Right, that's his blind side. Shout out to
and that's Caleb's blind side too.
Right. So if we do get Penix, we got to fix that blind side. Now Daniels, yeah. Drake May, my other boy in the chat right now, Travis, been talking to me about Drake May.
Doubt.
But
you got doubt?
Caleb, he a little suspect to me.
You wait a minute, you got doubts for Caleb?
Caleb.
Oh, wow. So you good on
I got doubt on Caleb too.
And this why. When Caleb lost those games, he was crying to his mama.
Oh God, the blanket.
So that let me know.
And they were clowning me for talking about it. You remember that big country? Everybody was clowning me for talking about it.
So that let me know right there.
I remember that.
You're gonna have ups and downs in the NFL. Will you get better every game? Or will you let the game that you lost mess you up in the head?
I hope not, Caleb. I hope you don't be crying out there every big loss.
So
at least Ritter didn't cry.
Well, Ritter,
he just sounded
Ritter
like
ain't gonna be here. I don't care. Ritter's ass ain't gonna be here. So whether he crying or not, he gonna be crying at his next job when his ass waiting tables and goddamn go to corral. Shit.
Thanks, Carl. I'll help you.
Yeah. Ritter cries in the press conference. Well, you know,
well,
he was gonna be crying. He was gonna be crying if that wide receiver Mac Hollins got in his ass that where they had to hold him back.
Mac finna do him in that day, boy. Really, like Mac for his eyes that day, boy. He thought he would go.
Mac was gonna throw the balls on him.
That joker big too, boy. That's a big old joker.
So you got to think about it. Who ready for the pressure?
Well, I tell you, first of all, I kind of hope Drake May gets drafted by the Falcons because I met him on a recruiting trip about 3 or 4 months ago. And he said he was going to hook me up if he does come to Atlanta. So I'm hoping that Drake does come to Atlanta. I keep thinking about what they said about the high processing guys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Drake May could be one of those high processing guys. I know that, he did kind of fall off during the season, but I know that first game that they lost whenever they were undefeated, that was the game that I was at. And, bro, the wide receivers, like, there's no wide receivers on that roster that I can see going to the NFL. Like, those, they legitimately let him down over and over.
Talking about from UNC?
Yes.
From UNC? Okay, so is that the reason they kind of choked going down the stretch?
That first game that they lost, like I said, I was there, and I counted like at least 7 or 8 drop passes.
All right. See, that's why I said he plays that ball with the right coaches, because he was doing good. I think if you put him with the right coaches, I think he'll be okay. And I'm not going to trip on him not making the playoffs too much because there are a lot of quarterbacks that came into the NFL balling. They didn't do shit in college. So.
Yeah.
Why you lying, man?
Like Travis said.
Why you lying,
I think Drake gonna be the truth.
What?
You got to
I give him a chance. I give him a chance.
As far as Mike Penix goes, there's something about him that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I feel like whenever he started getting more and more attention, he started becoming more and more dramatic, like worried about where the cameras were at, limping off the field after the game, after the national championship game. Just small things like that really showed me like
who you talking about? Big
Michael Penix. It was just small things like that where I was like, man, I don't know if he's ready to come to the NFL because it seems like he got a little bit of attention. He's really starting to feel us. He's starting, randomly shouting out, folks back in Florida and just random stuff like that. I'm like, are you ready to be an NFL
I think Raheem and company
calm
all these boys down and say once they get even Caleb. I think Caleb under Raheem will give him a little humility. That's what I'm saying. I really like the coaches we got now. That's why I'm willing to take a chance on a few players with the coaches we got. Not with Arthur Smith, but with the coaches we got. Oh yeah, I'll take a chance on the.
I think in the right system, I think Jay Daniels could be better than Lamar Jackson.
What?
Well, that's who we want. That's who I want.
That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, Jalen.
Daniels is different. I had not seen nobody like Daniels since Deshaun Watson in college.
Just keep him away from the massage parlors.
Oh shit!
Keep him away from Magic City. How about that?
Lamar Jackson.
Look, Red. Those are some good chicken wings now. Lemon pepper are good there.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll tell them about chicken wings. Just pay attention to the chicken wings, Jalen. No. Don't look over to the left. Pay attention.
That's what C Double's for. I will help him. I will be there for him.
Now, see,
C-Dub,
y'all about to mess this man up. Y'all about to get this man in all kind of doggone trouble.
This gonna be you, C-Dub.
I'll break my neck.
Cause man, look, I've seen scribbles.
Don't look, Jalen.
From many different places, but man, these around here.
Yeah.
Hey, tell your mama I ain't coming home no more. Take it easy.
Man, what's this new spot they just opened up on Bankhead Highway?
See, I don't know.
Oh my God, that place was packed out last week. I was trying to go home from work. I was trying to go, Big Long, trying to cut one of them back streets. I'm like, what the hell going on here? It's on Bankhead Highway. I'm in traffic on Bankhead Highway.
It is a tater tot. That should be a name of a restaurant.
It's the place where they had the old bounce at.
Really? Oh,
they opened up a new spot.
Wow.
I think I did.
Yeah, that man.
C-Dub, you don't go past the Blue Flames, C-Dub, so you don't know about this.
Red, I need to go travel again. Bring my old self out there.
Man, because
me and John are going to go sightseeing.
It wasn't a strip club, but it was an old club over there off of Glenwood, which should have told me all I needed to know.
Lord Jesus.
And man, look. Hey, now see, this was the crazy part. I left out to get me a hit from the trunk.
Lord.
And I was going, and I came, and I went to come back in. When I went to come back in, the bouncer had left and had chained the front door shut.
Daggone.
He had chained the front door shut. And see, my thing is, I said, man, I didn't go back in. I didn't go back in because, man, if a fire had broke out or something in there, they would have been just like the doggone chicken.
That was a sign.
Yeah, that was a sign. That was a sign. I ain't going back in here.
He didn't see the bouncer looking at him.
Man, look, shoot, I ain't going back in there.
It finna be the red wedding up in there. Chains on the doors, boy.
Speaking of strip clubs, shouts out to the Blue Flame. throwing the Matt Ryan going away party. You know, I'm sorry, they had a really good time. You know, up in there, shouts out to the Blue Flame.
I can't believe Matt was in the Blue Flame,
man. Matt deserves some relaxation, man. After that interview with Cam, I felt.
I'm sure he got it. That night.
You dang right he did. And Sarah had no problem.
Matt wasn't there, though.
Sarah had no say.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I always think there was this country comedian, Jerry Clower, that said something. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God!
He said something.
He said something. I should have known you knew him, Wallace.
No, that was Big Low.
No, that was Big Low.
Oh, okay.
That was Big Low.
Sounded like Wallace. All them cartoons he be watching.
He said one time. He said, "When you talking about yourself, be careful what you say." He said, "Remember, it ain't the whistle that pulled the train."
Hello.
You know, and when other people laud you, praise you, put you on high, that's a true compliment. But when you have to sell yourself and say, "Well, I wasn't appreciated," and excuse me, what? I just, that just rubbed me the wrong way. It may be true, but it's not for you to say it. Who you is?
Well, I mean, who knows the tune? Why you toot your own horn? I know the tune.
I'm just saying, okay.
And John, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Red.
Well, I'm saying it seems funny because, dude, you played for Atlanta. You only played in the NFL for 15 years, and you played for Atlanta for 14 more. Now, how silly do you sound talking about the main team you played for doesn't appreciate you? Now, how you going up to the Hall of Fame voters talking about I deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? You better hope nobody bring that comment back up because somebody might ask you.
Whoa, time out now. I'm going to actually defend Matt, even though I kind of am on y'all's side, but it's like this. First of all, I mean, when you listen to the question, and you kind of could tell he didn't want to answer it, but he was like, you know what, screw it, let me just answer it. It's Cam. I'm talking with Cam. And Matt obviously is one of those guys that's going to tell like it is. And really, in his perspective, he's just telling you. And I think what is taking people back is the fact that he's actually saying it. Because back in the day, we all could quote a Matt Ryan press conference. Well, I didn't really do the best. I let the guys down, and I got to play better. And this and blah 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 and blah blah blah.
Acting like he's getting booed though. Like
no. I get that, but you got to remember, in the outside, outside of the playing the games, he was always out there doing whatever he can to help and doing stuff. But in that field, let's be honest, guys, there were people out there wearing Vic jerseys, wishing Vic was in the game versus him. And I ain't gonna lie, I had a Vic jersey before I had a Matt Ryan jersey.
Well,
and I'd wear that sucker.
You gotta win, Matt. You can't have a career of almost.
But Michael Vick didn't win either, though, Red. Michael Vick went to jail.
That's a difference. That's a difference.
But that's what we're talking about.
Let me say this. Michael Vick did something that Matt did not do. Michael Vick went to Green Bay and beat Brett Favre, and nobody else cannot do that.
Oh yeah, because that was the first time anyone did that.
He was the first one to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
But Michael Vick got half the Matt Ryan playoff wins in like 3 or 4 seasons.
But my thing is, okay, you brought Atlanta Falcons back to reality. Okay, did you win a championship? Did you choke?
I mean, we all talked about the rat face, but yeah. I still blame that coaching staff.
But
did Matt choke or was it the OC choke?
it was.
Or did the defense choke?
Boy, it was
There you
all
go.
of them.
It
All of them.
was all of them. Because
Matt,
nobody get no.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead,
I've
Ron.
been saying it for years since John met me. Matt Ryan could have told Dan Quinn and Shanahan to shut the fuck up. We finna run the damn ball and get the fuck out.
Right.
Ryan, let me ask
you can't do that.
Let me ask you a question, Ryan.
Yes, you can.
Hold on,
It's
hold
your
on.
team, man.
But let me ask you a question, Ryan. Let's say I'm your financial advisor, right, Ron?
Right.
All right.
Well,
the whole year, I've told you what you need to do to keep amassing more and more wealth, keep amassing more and more assets.
Right.
Every time I'm right. Every time I'm right.
Right.
We get to the end of the year. It's December 30th. I say, hey, Ron, make sure you invest in this crypto. What you gonna do?
You're right. But we also seen, wait a minute, also seen Big Low Country that quarterbacks told their head coach or OCA, I got this. I got this.
Big Low, thank you. Big Low, even though he been advising you all year long and his advice has gotten you to the top. Dude, Matt, you are an 8-year quarterback. You should know how to close the game by yourself.
Wait a minute, Big Low.
I understand.
Wait a minute, Big Low. We seen quarterbacks do it. Told they OCA, dog, I got this.
But how many of those quarterbacks you can name on one hand?
John Elway, Peyton Manning.
No, he actually Peyton, yeah.
Wallace.
Peyton Manning.
Once Matt hit Julio on that 22-yard line, he didn't need Kyle anymore. Thank you, Kyle. You got me to the top of the mountain. I hit Julio on the 22-yard line. That's right. Take my headset off. I'm good. I know what I need to do. I'm going to run this ball 3 times, run this clock, kick this field goal. We're going home. Let's party, ATL.
So let me ask y'all this question. Mm-hmm. Every quarterback that Kyle Shanahan has coached, has he let them call audibles on any of his plays?
And none of them has won the Super Bowl. None of them has won the Super Bowl.
There you go.
Hold on.
No, Wallace. Matt don't need Kyle for anything once he hit Julio on 22 yards. He don't have to ask him nothing. I'm a quarterback. I've been in the NFL for 8-9 years. I know how to win a football game.
You got to realize it's his second year under Kyle Shanahan.
How many years under Kyle Shanahan? Your 8th year in the NFL, you in the Super Bowl. You got 2 minutes left. You hit Julio on the 22-yard line. Close this fucking deal. You don't need nobody to tell you what to do.
You ain't gonna do that to your boss. You ain't gonna tell your boss if your boss tells you to do
you are the boss. You the quarterback. You the most important person
it's the
on
same
the team.
thing as your job. You gonna listen to what your boss says.
He is the most important person on the team.
I think Kyle Shanahan the most important person at that point.
He got to take control. This is your team, Matt. You don't need nobody's advice. You know how to end. You know how to win football games. You know how to close a game.
How many linemen were hurt?
If you look back at that whole playoff run, we were pretty much in the same situation against Seattle. And what did we do? We took a shot, ran play action, and we completed the pass. Same thing happened, if I'm not mistaken. It started getting kind of fishy against Green Bay. Well, we could have just kept running it. What did we do? We kept slinging that table. And so it was like it keeps working. It keeps working until the fourth quarter. Till the fourth quarter when you need to just.
Oh, but it won't work in that game though. Not that game. That game was going different. So once we get once Matt hit Julio, that gave you a chance to rectify everything that came before because you wasn't doing shit. The second half was going slow. You really wasn't doing nothing. You should have been running the fucking ball, but you wasn't. But you still got Julio only because the Patriots had the momentum at that point. You understand what I'm saying? So once you hit Julio, that gave you the momentum back. Okay, we got the momentum back. Let's do what we need to do. Run this ball, run this clock, and get the fuck up out.
But wasn't there a 10-yard penalty after that?
That was a miracle play.
No.
Matt hit. So that what I'm saying is I can't say Matt choked this one.
But
okay.
But
all right,
all
now
I've been trying to say is
he changed the momentum back around.
All I've been trying to say is, you know who on the other side of the field over there. You know Tom Brady is a motherfucker over there. Still my friends.
Everybody let Atlanta down that night.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Jalen Collins.
But what I saying,
Shanahan,
country, what I saying, you the leader of this team. We go how far you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me stick my nose in this, and I know I'm going to regret it because I never should have brought it up. Because usually it's other people telling me, John, leave it alone, John. But
say it, John.
This is the thing, and you know, I've gone back and forth with people on this situation for the past 7 years, really. And
when you had
8,
hair.
9, and 10.
We ain't gonna never stop talking about this because
I mean, it was crucial
until we win.
Yeah.
Well,
and we
I might not talk about it so much if we win one.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully
okay. Let me say this. Let me say this. Now,
he ain't gonna know.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the original Matt Ryan premise or whatever, as far as him saying what it was.
He underappreciated,
being underappreciated.
Well, he spoke the truth. He told the truth.
Well,
because everybody don't like Matt Ryan. Everybody didn't like Matt Ryan.
We don't.
So he
there are a lot of people that don't like. I mean, no matter who it is, you're going to have people that's not going to like you just because they just don't like you.
Right. So he spoke the truth.
So
he told the truth.
So my thing
some
about
of us like him, some of us don't.
So
he acted like the whole team didn't like him though.
He never said the team.
Hold on, y'all. This is the thing. Let somebody else say it, not you. Let somebody else say it.
I understand that.
Because there are other people, because people have been saying this for the longest about Matt Ryan. Y'all just don't like Matt Ryan. Y'all still want Michael Vick out there. Y'all this, y'all that. Okay. If you're the subject of the conversation, and it is an opinion about whether people like you or don't like you or whatever, let somebody else say that. You're supposed to be above the fray. That's the first thing that you tell people. Oh, hey, you don't deal with that. Just like this situation with the Hawks players and their daddy talking about this, and Trey Young talking about that, and Murray talk. Y'all need to put your big boy pants on, because these are the fleas that come with the dog. People that like you, people that hate you. Okay, Don't say nothing. You don't owe anybody an answer for every criticism that they heap upon you, especially when they paying you that money to go out there and do your job. Now, we're going to have opinions. Fans going to have opinions. Coaches going to have opinions. That's what the Hall of Fame is. A bunch of people voicing their opinion and voicing it in a vote as to whether you're going to be MVP, Hall of Famer, first ballot, second ballot, whatever. Okay? Now, in addition to that, going back to the Super Bowl. Now, okay, wait a minute. I really hate. I just really hate that certain folk are allowed to own technology, and you can't see him low, but that's your boy. That's your boy. That's your boy.
Oh my God, that's Uncle Steve.
I love Desmond.
What?
Raheem don't love Desmond.
Wait a minute, he carried it around in the car with him.
Wait a minute, Uncle Steve. That ain't Uncle Steve. Why is so dark?
You can see by the smile. Look at the smile.
Yeah, I can see Uncle Steve smile.
I usually look for the big gray beard, and I can't see it so dark.
Right here,
hey.
I saw it now when he holding his chin up. Thanks, Uncle Steve. I saw number white and gray. Look like Santa Claus over there.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Uncle Steve. That is not his bobblehead. That's Uncle Steve right there. Because he was uncontrollable.
Dogging Matt Ryan out for them last.
Oh man, look at here. You talking about?
We got Uncle Steve. We got Southern Silk. I can't wait to be serenaded.
Now, Steve, go ahead and say whatever it is that's on your mind, Uncle Steve. Because see, I already know what's in the happen.
Yeah, I was about to say because John and I have had that. First, hello to everybody on the chat. What's going on?
What up?
John and I have had that conversation for, I guess, not only since that game about what Matt Ryan should have done. And I'm listening to the eloquent speeches of Ron. I'm listening to the fiery voice of Red. And I would say, if you listen to the example that Lo was talking about if you did something all year long that had been successful, that had gotten you to the point where you were, why would you change in the 11th hour? I'm not telling you that there are quarterbacks that won't do that, but Red, Ron, if you work for me, y'all would be fired because you don't change the game plan. The game plan got you to 28-3. I understand that it didn't work out, but it would be foolish, stupid, dumb, ignorant to change the plan in the 11th hour. That doesn't happen every day with the quarterback. That doesn't happen that another team comes back from 4 touchdowns every day. Jinxed? Maybe. Unlucky? Possibly. Cursed? Maybe. But you don't change the plan. I mean, you don't change the plan. You stick to what got you there. Kyle Shanahan is the best 11-month manager in the history of the NFL. And when he figures out that 12th month, he's gonna be something else. I don't mind the passion about, when you start talking about what a quarterback can do. Matt Ryan by no means was ever elite. So you're expecting an above average quarterback to go rogue. You expect that from Manning. You expect that from Brady. You expect that from I'll even say Aaron Rodgers. I can understand that. Is Matt Ryan in that category? No, before anybody even says anything. He's not.
What about Desmond?
What?
Hey, John.
Okay, look. Hey, stop the comedy. Stop the comedy, okay?
Is it possible for you to mute that top right corner?
Move on,
I can cut. Look. He keep that up. He keep that up. He leaving the state.
We don't even have to respond. Let's just move on.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
My
bad, y'all.
I can't believe that. Did he say?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
So look, I love the back and forth, and I'm getting ready to get back off because I got to get back on the highway and go do something right quick. But I just want y'all to know, I understand what y'all saying, we all still hurting. And as a little bit of us dog out Kyle Shanahan, keep thinking now, the more we dog him out, the more that brings that memory back. Because we were in the same shoes. We feel Nick Bosa. We feel Brock Purdy. We felt Jimmy Garoppolo. We felt all of that because we were in the same situation over and over again. So I get it. I'm not mad at you, Ron. I'm not mad at you, Red, for having those opinions about that. But I also say common sense would say stay the course more than it would say go rogue. Because if you go, guess what happens? If you go rogue, see Desmond Ridder at the end of the Carolina game, then you blow the whole thing. I'm sure Arthur Smith, before that fourth quarter that Lo and I had to sit there and watch together, in that fourth quarter in the rain, when he went rogue and said, "Oh, hey, let me see if I can make this throw across my body like Patrick Mahomes," and we ended up losing the game because he went rogue. So
I ain't gonna stop just
really
because the deceptions are stopping us.
I mean, it is Valentine's Day.
Remind me of that movie Rogue One.
All I just
Rogue One trailer.
Boy,
you know who on the other
and see, you know what? Now the bad part about it, Steve gonna be pulling back over just as soon as I get through talking, because I'm gonna make him pull that car over on the side of the road again.
See,
hey, I wait you get close. I wait you get close to a gas station with some lights in it, so you be able to, at least.
Thanks for the mobile update.
Yeah, at least you're safe.
He over there pulling over like
y'all keep the conversation going. I love it, man. This eye test is on, man. Y'all keep doing your thing. I'm listening in the background. Y'all be good.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
thanks for coming in. But
guys,
I gotta bust the wheels off of that wagon right there.
Hey, by the way, make sure you follow Uncle Steve's Lounge as well as Bigelow Country Sports, because you guys never know what these guys are going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Especially Mr. Joker up there.
See, I done told y'all. I done told y'all. See, Back of the Trunk Records ain't gonna pay no royalties. Y'all just all off and start singing without a contract.
I see birthdays everywhere I go.
Oh, see now, C-Dub, you ain't had to do that. But now let's
I'll put a pit suit on. I won't mind.
Now let me get to this part here. Okay, now I understand perfectly what Bigelow, what you said, and what Uncle Steve said, and this is the part where we go round and round about. Now, from what I understand, after that 22-yard catch, that catch that put the ball down on the 22-yard line, they had called 3 running plays. They had called 3 running plays. Kyle Shanahan gets in the doggone headset after Devontae Freeman loses a yard. All right, we're gonna pass the ball. And LaFleur and Ryan said, huh? Just run the damn play. Now,
you know what I'm
saying? See,
that when I would have cut that shit off.
See, thing is, Roddy White. He said, man, I would have jumped offside to make him lose 5 yards so we could go over there on the sideline and discuss it. Okay. Now, everybody was saying, okay, I would bring up, I said, look, why don't you audible? Well, they didn't have a package in there where you could audible. I said, you couldn't audible to a run. Why you couldn't audible to a run? You had a running back in there. You had Devontae Freeman in there. Okay. Now, the audible situation, Millie Mills, I'm trying to think of Millie Mills, whatever. Somebody brought it up about the fact that Kyle Shanahan and Matt Ryan were going back and forth in 2015. I mean, they were battling. Yep. Because you remember when Kyle Shanahan ordered Matt Ryan to throw to Roddy White about 3 or 4 straight times.
I remember that.
Yeah, because see, what was happening, the fans were asking why you weren't throwing the ball to Roddy White. Okay. So, and he heard about it on the radio, and then, the radio host got into it. And so he said, okay, I'm going to show y'all, because Robisky, the wide receiver coach, they caught him on tape. Yeah. He's trying to prove a point. He's talking about Kyle Shanahan behind his back. Okay. So
sounds like a perfect Super Bowl winning coach anyway.
So Roddy White was saying after the game was over and everything, I would have jumped offside because you had 3 timeouts. If there was confusion about what you wanted to run and what you should have been doing or whatever, because mind you, Brian Finneran was down on the sidelines, and Brian Finneran said that he asked Matt Ryan, hey, you walking around here stomping on the sideline talking about we should run the ball. This was Matt Ryan saying, we should be running the ball. We should be running the ball. Finneran asked him, why didn't he audible to a run or run the ball himself? And now this is what Finneran said. And you can take it with a grain of salt or whatever. Finneran said that Ryan said he doesn't go against his coaches. Okay. He's a team player. He doesn't go against his coaches, which makes it very convenient for you to blame them or not say anything when stuff goes wrong. You deferred because now and Coach Coach Lowe, I'm gonna ask you this. See, I was always taught that once that quarterback gets on that field and he goes under center, that's his field. That's his field. Okay. If you might have called a play in the headset, but when you get to the line of scrimmage and you looking across that line of scrimmage and you see where your play is not going to work because the alignment of the defense, whatever it is, you might just have a bad feeling about what you're about to call. If you are $100 million quarterback, the franchise quarterback, you are supposed to have the blessing, permission, whatever, take on the responsibility of that play working or failing, dependent upon what you decide to do at the line of scrimmage. Now that's the way that I feel. And see, the thing was that Matt Ryan, because y'all, I used to go back and forth with people about that because of the fact that you are the franchise quarterback. Say for instance, you had gone rogue or whatever, and somebody was gonna get fired. Who would get fired?
Not the quarterback.
Well, Kyle was already going to San Francisco.
That makes it even worse, C-Dub. In my mind, that makes it even worse.
Hold on. Let me, please, because I'm hearing everyone, and I really want to bring this up. So not just, all right, look at the leadership. Sergeant Slogan, who wanted everyone to believe that they were a brotherhood, but it had to be done his way. Then you have rat face Shanahan, because he's a rat. He looks like one. Sorry, I ain't never going to let that go. So Ratatouille, who thinks he's the boss of everyone. He thinks he can pull Matt's hair and make him throw the ball the right way. So you have that. That is your leadership. So AKA dummy 1, dummy 2. And Matt's got to deal with that. Now, I agree with everything you said, John, about the leadership point of when the quarterback's on that field. He needs to be the eyes and he makes the action for the coach. But that coach was not calling offensive plays. That coach was focused on defense, even though his defense was leaking like a sieve. We'll talk about that later. But then you got Ratatouille, who's just wanting to, do his thing, who was having a riff with Devontae Freeman, mind you. He didn't want to give the ball to him because Devontae Freeman wanted a contract, but also, he was playing well. Yeah, exactly.
Devontae Freeman, get it, don't block.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's why he let that block go by him. Anyway,
don't bring that's another situation.
Get it.
That's another situation.
Go ahead.
But Tevin Coleman was hurt. We also, Alec Mack had a fractured femur, and it was a lower part that Mike Johnson talked about. He couldn't be playing, and to the point that he did everything he could to get to the game. But then another guy went out. Strader went out. And then I'm trying to remember. I think Jester maybe, but they were their backups, their offensive line. They were playing their backups, which they didn't do much in the season before or in that season. So I'm just saying, there's so many things that were coming up that kind of was like the perfect storm in all this. That's why what you just said was you defer to the coach. Well, yeah, because Sergeant Slogan, who later praised to suck, and Ratface, who was in San Francisco and didn't talk about it at all, but now wants to talk about that he can win clutch games, but can't tell you when he wins it. But yet fires the defensive coordinator. We're back to circle, aren't we? All because someone can't find their compass or they don't fit.
I mean, it's like I understand what you're saying, John. It's like, being in that situation, being the guy and everything like that. But it's like, so it's like, just like families, everybody does everything their own specific way, right? I whenever I get paid, I just give my check to Coach Roney. I say, here, take my check. You do what you want to do with it, and we'll sit down and figure out the bills, right? Some people, they be like, hey, some men will say, hey, I'm finna pay all the bills, and you'll know what you need to know. It's the same thing with a football team. It's like you have the offensive coordinator. He'll say, check with me, on this particular play, on this particular series. Sometimes, like Kyle Shanahan, a lot of times there's no option for an audible. So imagine the main goal that a quarterback has to do is he has to communicate information to 10 other guys, letting them know exactly which direction they should block, what everybody should do, which direction I'm finna hand the ball off to, all of that. If you go into that situation not even knowing what the audible call would be in that particular set, how are you going to do it with 10 seconds left? So it's like that, and that's why I'm saying we can't really say that Matt choked. We also got to remember that, he gave up 25 points. Jalen Collins was getting eaten alive. Just like T-Dub said, the offensive line was hurting. And on that play, that fateful play when Matt Ryan got the strip sack, once again, shouts out to don't block, get it. Julio Jones was running up the sideline. He was finna hit him.
Yeah.
So it's like, can we really say that Matt choked?
Now, okay. You through?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll see. A lot of
times. Nice now.
Well, no. A lot of times, various ones of you pause and then crank right back up, and then I'll be saying something. I don't want to be interrupting you and breaking your thought or whatever. Because at my old job, they would wait until you, yeah. As soon as you take a breath,
exactly.
As soon as you take a breath, they just run the stop sign. Hey, man, I ain't through. Well, hurry up. That's what they say. But
I might forget what I'm going to say. Oh, never mind. I forgot.
Yeah. Now, and okay, on that strip sack. See, I had to do some extensive research on that. Because when Devonta Freeman was asked, whose responsibility was it? He said, not me. Okay.
It wasn't
then
me.
Kyle Shanahan said, yes, it was.
Yeah, it was a free rusher, right?
Yeah, it was a free rusher.
No. Now, see,
Thought they had Tower.
And this is the thing. Matt Cheatham was a linebacker for the New England Patriots.
Don Cheatham's little brother.
Yeah. He put on his blog right after the game. He said, what you thought was supposed to happen wasn't supposed to happen. That was somebody else's responsibility. And looking at the zone blocking scheme schematics, your running back is supposed to be blocking inside out. That's why Freeman was looking on the inside, then looking outside. Your tight end is supposed to be blocking outside in. That was Hooper. He was on the line. And if you notice where Hightower was, Hightower had lined up right off of the right of him. Okay. Hooper never looked up. When the ball was snapped, Hooper went straight at because Hightower was was outside. Mm-hmm. You had a safety right beside him. You had Ninkovich right beside him going to the inside. Devontae Freeman was watching Ninkovich. What Ninkovich did, he looped around and came into the middle. So Freeman was watching him. Freeman was watching him. Hightower came around the side. Why he came straight free because he didn't pick him up. Hooper didn't pick him up because it was always supposed to be a catch and release, block and then release. But he went.
Hooper came right off the line of scrimmage.
Right, right
called.
At that.
Now I'm looking at this. What was supposed to happen was Devontae Freeman was supposed to give him a bump and go because he released out to the flat, but he didn't touch him.
See now because Hooper. Now see this is what I was told, and this is what Matt Cheatham brought out. Hooper was supposed to chip Hightower before he went out for a pass. He was supposed to hit Hightower before he went out for a pass because if you look at it, Lo, where Hooper was, that's the same spot that Hightower came into on his way back to Matt Ryan. And see, this is the thing. You were going to try to have a 208-pound running back blocking a 270-pound defensive linebacker. Oh, that's a run over every day.
Well, it was supposed to just be a bump and go. So he wasn't supposed to engage with him.
But you did see that Hightower put his hands on him and brushed him away because he was looking on the inside at Ninkovich. And he was looking at Ninkovich and then turned.
He was more worried about releasing. He was more worried about releasing than actually putting hands on him.
Now, see, okay, this is what I was saying, and this is what Cheatham was saying, because he was asking some offensive linemen about how the zone blocking scheme worked that they were employing during the Super Bowl, and they were saying that running back was supposed to block him. That running back was supposed to block Hightower coming in, but 208 versus 270.
Yeah, but
that ain't gonna work.
But like I'm saying though, like he wasn't supposed to like fully engage with them and try to pancake him or nothing. He was just supposed to bump him and release off. But see, he just went through the motions.
And see that's another thing. That's another thing. Matt Ryan was staring so doggone hard down the field trying to find Aldrick Robinson that he didn't even look around. He didn't even look and see Hightower, because if he had seen Hightower, all he had to do was lob that thing to Freeman, and Freeman is still running.
Yeah.
Because he had a full 3 seconds holding the ball, pity-patting, making biscuits, making salmon croquet back there.
Calling his wife on the phone.
Yeah, I mean, he had plenty of time. He had plenty of time to get rid of the ball, but he was staring at doggone Aldrick Robinson. And Aldrick Robinson, now New England thought that they had gotten burnt. New England thought that they had gotten burnt because they saw Aldrick Robinson beat his man right off the line of scrimmage. All Matt Ryan had to do was throw it just as soon as that man broke. That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, he had him stacked up.
Yeah, it would have been a touchdown. So the strip sack, everybody was trying to blame Freeman for the strip sack, but it was a combination of Matt Ryan staring, and according to Matt Cheatham and those people looking at it and those people talking, that the tight end did not block Hightower. Because see, the thing was, okay, a cornerback against a doggone tight end is a mismatch anyway. That was a mismatch there anyway. And all he had to do, because see, if you wind it back to the beginning, Hooper didn't even look up to see who was beside it or who was on the other side. He didn't even look up.
Well, Hooper just released. Like he didn't.
You will never do right.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't his responsibility. Whenever you fan out,
go to Shanahan.
You supposed to bump and go.
Now, according to how the zone blocking scheme is supposed to go, he's supposed to check and release anything outside. He's supposed to be looking outside.
But this isn't a zone. This isn't a zone. Like they just run a pass pro in this particular case. So they're not running at a 45-degree angle in the zone run blocking scheme. They're just pass blocking in this situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well. See, that's what I'm saying. That's part of the pass blocking. Is that not part of the pass blocking in that zone blocking scheme?
It's a zone run blocking. It's a run blocking scheme. So,
okay.
It's all about double teaming somebody and getting to the next level. But whenever you're passing, that's just regular pass, bro. You're kicking back, shooting your hands. Those inside linemen, they're just trying to make sure they keep that pocket clean. So in that particular situation, whenever you had that free rusher coming on the outside, Devontae Freeman was supposed to, bump and release. Just give him enough time to let the ball go.
Mm-hmm. But now 270 pounds coming around the corner. What kind of bump?
I don't care.
I mean, if you would have bumped him,
what kind of bump is he gonna give? Because New England.
Think about it. Think about it. If Devontae if Devontae just got in his way, right, you would have had enough time for the pitter patter to actually go straight to Julio. And that's what I know Big Low is actually trying to say. And look, it's just that, again, this is when you think about this game, and Uncle Steve mentioned it, you just feel all the things that happened because you just saw it again. And why? Because Shanahan's the culprit.
Yeah,
that's why he's cursed.
Yeah, because see now that pass should have been thrown. Now that was good. That would have been a good passing play had it worked.
I mean, if he would have got one.
It would have won the MVP for him. Everything. I mean, we would have won the Super Bowl because that was because I know Dave Archer talked about it. That play was meant for Julio, and Julio was wide open.
But they said that now the play was designed, from what I understand, for Aldrick Robinson.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying. I remember Dave Archer talking about it. Yeah.
Because I was just looking at why Matt Ryan. I mean, because the thing was that you had nobody back there. Everybody was up on the line of scrimmage within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
As a matter of fact, John, I'm watching this play now. It's like you can even see where Devontae Freeman where he messed up, and instead of going out to the flat, he even comes back. Doing the "oh man, I'm sorry" joint, because he knew that he knew that he messed up, he was coming back.
I mean, by the time that he turned around, because the thing was,
I can't even watch that game no more.
See,
Big Low, you're a better man than me.
This is the thing.
I cry every time.
He said that now Devontae Freeman. Now, this is something important, because Devontae Freeman, about beginning of the season this year, he said, y'all really want to know what happened on that play? I'm gonna tell you, and never said nothing.
Yeah, I mean, but you trust Devontae Freeman's
character. See, I want hey,
I'm saying
you know what? I put Kyle Shanahan in that same spot. I don't trust
I can't lie right there. I can't lie. Hold on. It's the devil you know, the devil you don't know.
That's my point. Now, who you gonna trust? Who you gonna trust?
I just trust what I see on here. I mean, he ended up never telling us. I know that.
He did. He did. And see, I said, now if I could ever corner him up, I want him to tell it. But he probably thinks he can still get another job someplace else. It won't say nothing.
No bad needs won't get him no job.
See, because he might want to go into coaching one day or something. Ain't no.
No bad.
He'll coach you up. Hold on, he'll coach you up. Make sure you get that big contract and how to miss a block.
No bad need, Chuck. Won't get him job no more.
But hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we had to take everybody through that. But I mean, that there's just. I mean, it's just like.
I need my crying blanket.
Yeah, well. Thing is just like just going on old history, and
Listen to the
history
song
is
Boy
the
George,
victors
the
have their
crying game.
viewpoint, and the defeated have their
I
viewpoint.
hope you
So,
know.
it's one of those
About the
situations where
crying
they
game.
say history repeats itself, and it did
Yeah,
on Sunday.
yeah,
Oh God, yes.
I
and
had
making
my
and
share
see what's the definition of
of the
insanity?
crying game.
Now, the reason why we got into this whole conversation, though,
One
Mr.
day I
John,
feel
Mm-hmm.
is because we were talking about the whole Matt
one
Ryan
day I
and Michael Vick situation.
Yeah,
Now,
all I
if you
need
put
is
10 people, if you put 10 Falcons fans in a line and ask them, do you like Matt Ryan? And put 10 people in a line and ask them if you like Michael Vick, I can almost guarantee you that more people say they like Michael Vick.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you, even though whenever you went into a game, except for the last year and a half, 2 years, you went to a game with Matt Ryan,
4
you know
years.
that you would have a good chance to get
3.
a dub.
Yeah.
Opposed to, Michael Vick, you go to a game saying, man, we're going to see something
Yeah, you're
special,
right.
but I don't know if we're going to win.
Yeah, and it was
2017 was a better year.
and it was also what I used to always say, and what I used to always see is, how is he going to save us today? Can he save us from ourselves? Because it was just something about Michael Vick. It was just spectacular. It was exciting or whatever. And that's what drew a lot of people down there, because see, man, when Michael Vick was playing, I mean, the place used to be packed because they didn't know what they were going to see all the time. Now, I have to give Matt Ryan credit for stability.
Yes.
I have to give him credit for stability. I have to give him credit for stability. Back-to-back winning seasons. We had gotten drunk off of going to the playoffs because we were always in the running. It would always be something in the playoff games and the NFC championships that we just didn't do one thing right, and it tripped us up. Whether it was Matt Ryan, whether it was the defense, whether it was whatever,
pass interference,
interference, stuff like that.
Or you don't throw a flat, Oh God, Tony Gonzalez.
And I would, because see that's something that you see when you get into the higher echelons of the season. When I'm talking about conference championship games, divisional games, the Super Bowl. Sometimes it's not the Jimmy and the Joes, it's the holes of him. Sometimes it's the gray matter, just the axons and neurons aren't firing off like they should, where you do what you supposed to do. Like New England's slogan, do your job. Just that's all we need you to do. Do your job, and we can win this thing. But but that stuff has bit us in the behind so many times, man. It just gets sickening. It really gets sickening. Because
I'm doing my part.
you're
I'm doing my part.
Hey, man, you're expecting people that are getting paid that much money.
If you don't win, you did your part.
Yeah,
I mean that, but and let's remember, Raheem said it best actually in his introductory presser. Only one team's happy out of the 32 teams that get into this. Only one team's happy, and that's in Kansas City right now. So the thing is, what do we need to have to beat that team, or to be in that contention? You got to get a quarterback.
You'll be happy if we draft a quarterback this year, and we make the playoffs, make a little noise that first game, and lose in division round. Talking about this year, oh yeah, you'll be happy going into the.
Oh yeah,
I think Houston was pretty happy this year.
Heck yeah! I bet you Houston's excited about next year too.
Well,
Houston gonna win the Super Bowl. Houston is gonna challenge KC in the next coming years. Why?
But they've got to.
He is just beginning.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Houston is headed back down the same path that they were on when David Carr was their quarterback.
Oof.
Y'all remember David Carr?
I remember David Carr. He got sacked all the time, John.
We want to see
yes,
where you're going.
That's the point. When he first got there, Houston was winning until the offensive line started breaking down.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the offensive line started breaking down. What was that, Red?
Let me push back a little bit now. I think Houston has become a little smarter over the years, and I think the guys in charge realize they got a diamond in the rough in CJ. So when you get a quarterback like that, you got to build around. So if they
I hope so. I hope so.
These are Houston over the next 3 years, John, will be investing draft picks in offensive linemen, weapons for CJ, and defensive linemen.
Hey, Red.
They got the
weapons. Red. Red. And I know Big Low remembers this.
Right, because he made Tank Dell and Nico Collins. He about to get them two brothers paid.
Yeah, they finna get broke off.
Yeah.
Woo, they finna get paid playing with CJ. My bad.
Well, remember this though. Yeah, you good, Red. You know that. Yeah, you good, dude. All right, so we don't say my government name. Just real quick, just don't say that. I owe people some money.
It's a habit. Man.
That's why I got the almost beard there going on. I used to be clean shaven.
If I knew Big Low real name, if Big Low me grew up on the same street, I'd probably call him his real name. Ron too. No,
Ron is always wrong.
Everybody call me a nickname. When somebody say Eric, I know they know me, boy. When I hear my real name, I'm like, oh Lord.
So I was like, what, man? Don't be saying my government name. You know better.
I
got to hide that identity.
All right, boy.
I got ex-girlfriend nightmares when I hear my real name. Eric. Oh shit.
Damn, gotta go. No, but remember this. The Colts also got a #1 draft pick overall. And they let him get beat all the time to the point that he retired way too early. So,
Peyton Manning and Jeff George got massaged their first years in Indianapolis.
And then go again. Why do y'all always put something that one team do on the?
No,
but that's what they were doing.
But
that was them.
You don't think the Texans? You don't think D'Amico Ryan and the Texans feel like, man, we gotta protect this little light skin boy right
Hold on. I agree with you, but the thing is, remember, the Texans had Deshaun Watson, and they didn't really protect him much either. They would get a couple of linemen, and those linemen would just hit miss. Well, Larry Tunsil's still with them.
That's why
pretty good. He pretty good.
That's why he is his massages, because he kept getting hit.
If we're talking massages, here's the king of massages.
Well, look,
he missed the whole year because of his massages.
You got to rub everything.
Exactly.
Everything hurting.
If I'm seeing trial, I'm going in the draft room.
Everything hurting.
I'm sitting in the draft room with them guys. Like, look, I'm making sure y'all get me some offensive
line. Y'all better.
I wish more franchise quarterbacks would be up in that draft room because they just as important as the front office. They need to be in there making some suggestions too. Like, I think we need to go with that guy.
All right. I be sitting there like Ike Turner, be looking at him.
For real, right there. I'm like, I be having a sheet and everything, man.
You better give him that kick.
Like this guy. I don't know about Ike Turner now.
Atabay. You better get an offensive line.
You get that, fat boy. Give him some cake.
I'm glad Lawrence Fishburne got an Oscar nomination for that role. I didn't think he was gonna win, but I'm glad he got nominated.
Whoever at number 8, I will be happy because we got a good offensive line. Somewhat.
Number 4.
Hey, look, McGarry, you need to do some homework this offseason.
we might get rid of him.
But other than him, we got a good offensive line.
I think two of the young guys, they showed out. Darman and Bergeron.
Those speak so high on Darman.
Man, Darman.
He was the highest rated center some weeks in the NFL. Why you?
I want to talk to the people that make that. I want to talk to the people that make that rating.
I heard that, but man, that joker snapped the ball back so hard. I'm glad Desmond Ritter already got killed.
We got Ritter. I mean, Darman was like, Ritter, you get me up, man. You making me look bad. You catch this freaking ball. You sorry. How we know it ain't Ritter making Darman look bad?
Well, I mean, he was hiking the ball back. Look, he hit Ritter. He hit Ritter in the gonad one time. He played it off. Ritter played it off.
I didn't feel a thing. I bet he didn't feel nothing. Them little balls he got back there. Ritter, you got small balls, boy. Don't try to act like he hurt something. Ritter was like,
But those Red, those are the one that hurt the worst.
What? They're so sensitive.
It didn't hurt so much. The next play turned the ball over.
What I'm saying, if we get a quarterback, if we trade up or get Justin Fields, we got to help him out. We got to.
Definitely.
We will. I think Raheem know how to build a team better than the other clowns we got. Raheem ain't no fool. I'm telling you, this man ain't gonna mess up his second opportunity. He feel like I'm a black man that got 2 opportunities to be a head coach. I can't fuck this up. He is gonna make the right call. I believe it, John. I really believe this the right guy.
Well, the proof is in the pudding for me. Because see, the same way I hold everybody else responsible, I'm gonna hold him accountable because it's equal time, equal responsibility. I got to do it. Got to do it.
A little patient. A little patient.
Well, me too. I'm going to be patient. All right. I'm not expecting miracles in year one. Now I'll take one if you have one on the shelf. Not nobody else gonna use that miracle. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Because hey, anything to get me my trophy. That's all I want.
All I'm trying to get. That's why
I just want one before I evacuate.
I had one in my damn hand. It was
see. That's what I'm talking about.
Taste it.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was planning my work week, all the days I was gonna take off. I was over there planning them. Like, I'm gonna take off Thursday, parade probably be. I was already making plans, and they snatched it from me. And I can't go forward until you give it back to me. We have got to get a ring.
And to your point, Red. They were in the locker room celebrating at halftime. If I had known, if I had been anywhere near there, I'd have went down there with a 2x and a 38 and straightened everybody out. You got another half a damn foot. Coach, what would you do if they were celebrating at halftime?
That was stupid. Dan Quinn, that's his immaturity and not being what coach no coach is gonna let his team celebrate. The game ain't over, and you much moron. Didn't you lose a game in Seattle on the last play? How you celebrate anything at halftime? See that? Yeah, that's why we had to get rid of Dan Quinn. Had to go too, and I bet Raheem ain't gonna forget that. You see, that's another reason I'm glad Raheem is on this team now because he feel that stink too. He feel like he got to make up for that game loss because he was on that team.
Right. Yeah. What you say, Big Love?
Oh, John asked what I would have done if they were celebrating at halftime. I would have beat them with some wet towels, John. They would be that crowd.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Big Lord would have been in there like this. I'm going to wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, it would have been going down.
Be like Spider-Man.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That game. I remember this commercial. And Ron, I'll let you go after I say this. I remember this commercial where this college coach had come in, and I mean he was going up one side and down the other. And y'all missing blocks. Y'all doing it. This is going on. Yeah, how in the world do you expect to do this? And then the player said, but coach, aren't we up by 40 points? And that coach, man, they cut the camera off. They just cut the camera off. So he went off. He said, that type of settling mentality, thinking you don't won the game, and we in here at halftime. This is not the end of the game. We here at halftime. You got to clean that up, because you're gonna run into somebody where you missed that doggone block, and you gonna lose the game. You know, I said, man, and see, that's why I get on about a whole bunch of stuff. Going back to what I was saying about practice, I'm seeing, okay, I'm up there at Flowery Branch, because see, I'd have been thrown out of there at least 4 times. I'm up there at Flowery Branch, and they had reconfigured the field where the passing drills were right next to the hill. Okay. Matt Ryan throwing to Julio. All right. People in the crowd. Ooh. Ooh. You know, all this stuff here. And I'm looking at Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, I mean, he stared at the man from the time he got dressed that morning until he decided to throw him the ball.
You had to make sure that Julio was going to run.
And I was sitting up here watching this, and I said, I couldn't help it. Matt Ryan, quit staring at the man. That's why they picking your behind off all the time. Stop. What, coach? What y'all doing out here? I'm all over the coach. What are y'all doing? Y'all sitting up here letting this man ooh and ah whatever, and he's sitting up here staring at Julio all the way down the damn field. I'm going, and you know what I did? I left there and I went to go watch the offensive lineman block. I just left. Security right on my behind. Sir, you can't be disturbing the coach. I said, man, y'all don't sit up here and let this crap go on out here. And this is the reason why we getting interceptions thrown. You underthrowing Julio, you overthrowing this person, whatever. Man, I don't know what to say. Well, sir, you gonna have to leave. All right, I'm gone. And the whole crowd, yay! They cheered me leaving. Man, look here. Hey, who is that? Red. You want to learn how to shoot a bird without shooting? I said, all right, I'm leaving. All right, I'll see y'all later on.
They said Julio Jones.
You should have said Matt Ryan, I'm leaving.
They said Julio Jones was playing dominoes in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, well, not just. Man, look, first of all,
I don't want to hear no more about that stuff. That make me mad all over again, because man, look, you playing against Tom Brady.
You're
playing against Tom Brady.
You got to run the ball.
You playing against Tom Brady. Look, you knew they were gonna pull out all the stops to try to get back in it, because the Atlanta Falcons had embarrassed them. They thought that they were gonna run all over us in the first, and man, oh good. See, that's what made me mad. You just like they say in boxing, you don't win the championship or the title on points. You got to knock the champ out if you the underdog.
Thank you.
You got to knock the champ out. You got to knock him out.
And damn it over till 0-0.
I said this during the Green Bay game. I didn't want to get excited in that game when we was up by a lot. I told everybody, I was like, don't say nothing, don't post nothing, don't get excited, because I didn't want nothing to happen. Now we held it down for the Green Bay game, but still, man, you can't be in the locker room celebrating.
They said that
almost lost that Seattle game.
They said those boys were playing dominoes in the locker room at halftime. I said,
well, at least they could have watched Lady Gaga fall off the ceiling. I mean, my God, man.
That said, see.
Oh, wait a minute. You remember they were blaming the halftime show. They said the halftime show was too long.
It's Lady Gaga. What you want? I remember. I was complaining that it was too long.
Oh, the halftime show was too. Man, look. I'm through. I can't even talk about this, because it's just so stupid. You sitting up here trying to find all these reasons and excuses for not concentrating on your craft, by not. I
heard Dan Quinn was dancing to Poker Face.
You know, because see this. Look, That was the biggest game. That was the biggest game of our lives, man. That was the game, even bigger than 98, because see, the thing was, you had a chance. You had a chance. Now, I saw the 98 game, you know, and they trying to blame that on Eugene Robinson, but from what I understood about the 98 game, Terrence Mathis, as a matter of fact, on his podcast said that they brought in a whole new game plan that Friday.
That's
it.
That's what he told me too.
He said they brought in a whole new game plan. So I mean, you don't want to run with what got you there. Now,
people trying to outthink themselves, thinking they know it all.
Yeah.
That's why you need
he's over in Pittsburgh.
At that time, you need to slap him.
And then on top of that, after the Super Bowl died down, that next year when Dan Quinn hired Sarkisian as offensive coordinator, he hired him a offensive assistant. You remember that? And the only thing he was a glorified get back man. He was the one that would go out there if anybody was about to get too far on the white. All right, get back.
Man,
but let me finish. Now, Mike Holmgren on 92.9, Mike Holmgren was talking about, also this get back man was supposed to be telling him when he was getting close on the play clock. And Mike Holmgren said, you hired him to do what? That's your job. You the head coach. That's your damn job. What you sitting here hiring that man for?
Sergeant Slogan.
I know Big Low Country would have slapped him. Hey, Dan Quinn, get you. Dan Quinn.
Oh, that would be the dream job.
Man, was
what was up there? What was up there jogging up and down the steps before your game? What the hell is that gonna do? Damn sure didn't give him no extra common sense.
Hey, Red, that was just to show. That was just to show that he was with him. I'm behind you 100%. I'm gonna run some laps too. Matter of fact, didn't he get out there and run some plays with the defensive lineman?
Hold on. By the way, hold on. You know who doesn't do that? Andy Reid. He just goes, "Give me a cheeseburger and nuggies." That's the man I'll follow.
He know his place. He know his place.
You know, who wants to give me some? I ain't got time for none of that stuff.
Yeah.
You got some nuggies?
You know, the man knows his place.
Yes.
Well, now, training camp. Who all going?
We know Bigelow is.
John, I might want to ride with you on one of them days down there.
I need to find out when it is.
Oh yeah. So as we find out when it is, I just want to know. You know,
I've never been. I have never been to training camp actually. So.
C-Dub, you'll like
go. I think I want to go. Now I'm telling everybody that I do want to go. So don't give me no excuses of why y'all didn't hit me up. Now I actually do want to go.
Red, I'm gonna call you.
We're gonna have the eye test live.
Oh yeah,
at the training camp. We're gonna have Bigelow with us and Uncle Steve and Red.
I might start the show, but I might not. I can't promise I'm gonna be there at the end.
I have to look at John. Like, where did John go? Is he going to the back again?
I can't promise I'm gonna be there in the end.
Well, ain't gonna be no Matt Ryan down there, no Arthur Smith, so we ain't gonna have. Hold on. I know I ain't gonna have no reason to get kicked out.
You right.
Yep.
And John Chuckery not gonna be there, so we won't get to argue.
Oh Lord.
Oh man, that would be fun if we get to argue with Chuckery though.
Yeah.
I know if it was Dukes and Bell, they'll just block us again, so it won't be no big deal. Both those jokers blocked me.
But for those of you in the chat and everything that hadn't been to a Falcons training camp, you owe it to yourself to go one time. You owe it to yourself to go one time. The hot dogs and hamburgers are $1, just like they are down there in the dome.
Yeah.
So you get you something to eat, and then now wait a minute. I want to know the name of the genius that's handing out packets of 4 King Hawaiian buns with nothing on them.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
What you talking about, John?
They were handing out those King Hawaiian dinner rolls
John,
for free.
What did you drink or smoke before you came to trade the
No, I'm telling the truth now.
Everybody
because I almost choked on that bread.
You had a dry mouth, didn't you?
You gotta have like some meat. You gotta have some chicken.
Look, if I'm lying, I'm dying.
I'm a fat man. I will teach a man how to eat.
Speaking of those dinner rolls, can somebody tell me what happened to the old Chicken Littles from KFC that used to taste real good? I ain't talking about that crap they got now. I'm talking about the real Chicken Littles. Anybody, y'all know what I'm talking about too. Ron, you know what I'm talking about. The real Chicken Littles, Big Low. The ones that used to come in the little white packet from KFC. Man, them suckers so little, you can fry them up. It'd be a chicken sandwich and mayonnaise.
Hey man, I plead the fifth.
Yeah, that's right, Red. That's right.
Those are the Chicken Littles I'm talking about. And what happened to them? Those are the ones I want to eat, not the shit they got now. I want the real Chicken Littles, man.
I stay away from KFC. They don't like me.
Well, see, somebody peeped those 11 herbs and spices and put something else in there. Cause that chicken don't taste as good as it used to growing up. Now,
back in the day.
Now factor in the fact that it was a long time ago and you didn't have Popeyes or Mrs. Winters or anything to compare to.
I miss Mrs.
Oh yeah. But they still open though, C-Dub. You got some Mrs. Winters around here.
On the south side.
Yeah. Right. I think it's 2 in the Atlanta area. I think it's 2 in the Atlanta area.
One over here by me on Greenboro.
Looks like a fat man's going to be traveling. That's what's going to happen.
Road trip.
Get me a cinnamon roll, bitch.
They had closed that one, but they opened it back up because they needed one on this side of town. It was like,
the only thing about Now the only thing about Mrs. Winters biscuits is that if you left them things out over an hour, if you was in a rock fight, I'd take one of them biscuits over a brick.
Yeah, they were good weapons, man.
Never lose a fight. Biscuits over a brick.
Yeah, you got eat those joints fast. Popeye the same way.
Yeah. Now, if you had Martin's,
let me tell you who got the best biscuits though. Bojangles. Bojangles got some good biscuits.
They all right. I'm pleased.
I like them, but
I like those good old Martins.
When that cement get hard, to buzz it with a jackhammer.
You throw that biscuit.
You got to break them up with a jackhammer because see them doggone biscuit and see, and you a fool. You a fool if you swallow one of them things because
with no water.
I'm not gonna even
I don't think I've seen a person alive done that.
I do not. I almost choked one day trying to eat a Popeyes biscuit with another drink. I said, never again, boy.
No.
That thing's scary.
You bust open the fire hole.
That's a weapon. That's a weapon right there, boy.
He died trying to eat a Popeyes biscuit.
Yeah, tie somebody up and say, I'm gonna stuff a Popeye biscuit in your mouth. I scream, no, don't torture me.
Where I live at, we don't got no Popeyes and stuff up here.
Well, Ron, you know where I live, and there is a Popeyes up in.
Ron, where are you? Where are you, Ron?
Somerville, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what that is.
Yeah, Ron over here.
But hey, don't blink. Don't blink. You want to be there. They'll slap one up there in a heartbeat. Don't blink.
Too late.
See, Ron used to be in Winder.
Yeah. I used to live in
Big Low,
102.
you local? Are you local, Big Low, or you around Georgia somewhere?
Yeah, I'm in Cobb County.
Oh, look at Bigelow.
Okay.
Well, we got another local. We got another local one, John.
Oh
Hey.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. I test near Athens. Thank you very much. I'm in Winder, so I'm in the country.
I rode right past you like 2 weeks ago. We went to UGA. I took my cousin on a college visit there.
Oh man, Bigelow, you should have reached out. I would have loved to hang out with you.
I didn't know you was out there, man.
Yeah, I'm in the country, man. So
hey, wait a minute. Now they about to turn ACW. They about to turn 316 into a real freeway, right?
Yeah, they are. They
all the way from 85 headed that way. Oh, right.
Yeah,
they should have, man.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah,
they
should have been done a long time ago.
So they're gonna be like a straight push straight into UGA.
Yeah, and you have to come from 75 to 0 because you got traffic lights and stuff all out there.
Yeah, boy.
Right now it's nothing but dang construction everywhere, so it's annoying, but we're getting there.
Right. They need to do it because it's looking like they'll be going to Athens on Saturday.
Turn Athens into Atlanta.
Oh, guys, you don't, man, it gets downright, freaking Jokerville when it gets to Athens because you get to see the cars all lined up and it's you don't go to Athens on Saturday unless you really are able to get there.
It's looking like I'm gonna be going there a whole lot because I'm thinking my little cousin's gonna end up committing there.
Oh man, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's the KFC, baby, Kirby Football Conference.
You know it. I mean, it's good coach, and you can come hang out. We can watch some wrestling also. I mean,
long as Nick Saban retired, we finna own the SEC.
Big Low,
nobody gonna get in our way. Nobody.
Exactly. We got this, Big Low and Red. Y'all just show up. It's open door policy at my house.
I bet
just bring a bottle.
UGA gonna win at least 2 of the next 5 championships. I guarantee. Wow.
I'm intrigued to see how we look this year with or how the SEC is going to look without Nick Saban.
Number 1 recruiting class.
Look out for Tennessee. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, I agree. I think Tennessee and I think Florida is going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little troubled waters, but I'm got to see what we do. Got to take care of what we do first.
Yeah.
But also, good chicken, good place for a biscuit. Also, Martin's. I remember Jimmy Carter had.
Martin's.
I love Martin because they even had the large size biscuit, and I think that joker would fall apart. Now I'm getting fat boy hungry.
Now, if you ever in North Carolina, you need to go to Biscuitville.
Ooh,
where is that?
In North Carolina, like they got them all over the place.
Biscuitville.
I heard about them, but Biscuitville. Okay.
Yeah, it is legit. Like they got like a glass wall, like the little old lady. She's back there rolling the biscuits out.
Oh,
what?
Legit, yeah.
Oh man, you talking old school style? Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Man, look here. I might cancel the rest of my trip.
And y'all are breaking me hungry. Talking about some damn biscuit meal and shit. I swear.
Red, did y'all ever get a chance to eat grandma's biscuits?
I remember grandma's biscuits back in
the day.
Right off one right off Boulevard.
Hill Street.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, Hill Street, right off 20.
Yeah, right off. That's what I'm talking about. Right off I-20. The exit.
Yeah, right off 20
Boulevard. Okay.
I think my dad took me there once.
So back home, we got like a little pond house behind our house, and it has like a wooden stove. So like every year in February, we get together. My mom, she makes like homemade biscuits on the wooden stove, and we use cane syrup. You talk about something good, Bo.
Oh,
that thing is legit.
Yeah.
Yes,
this has been the eye test. We are sponsored by nothing, but we would like food. we
like to eat.
Yes.
We some fat men here.
I'm telling you, boy.
Well, gentlemen, that old clock on the wall said it's time for an old man to go to bed.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I feel like Teddy Long Pippin.
And we'd like to thank everybody who tuned in for the Food Network. It started about an hour ago.
Eat drives.
Cause food and football go together. Hey, man. Before, during, and after footballs. All of that goes together. And guys, like I said, I really appreciate you guys coming in. Big Low, don't be a stranger, babe boy.
Hey, you already know.
Don't be a stranger. And
Big Low,
Ron, appreciate you coming in
on my show.
Anytime, John.
Hey, just let me know, Rig. I try to slide on through there sometimes. Just let me know, man.
Sure will.
And I see old Millie Mills, Hill Rail, King Atlanta supporter, Travis Henry, Demetrius Jeffrey, all of them. C-Dub. C-Dub is right there. Oh, okay.
Hi, everybody.
I'm an old man. Old man can't see too good, man.
Talking with the audience and the crew.
Man, you gotta keep it coordinated. You gotta keep everyone together.
And Wallace Smith, thank you for coming in, sir. Really, really appreciate it. And hey, Lo, let them know where you be at, where you bees.
Definitely, man. For everybody out there that know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports. You can find us on YouTube at Big Low Country. It's spelled Kuntry. I didn't realize I was spelling it wrong until I graduated from college. So y'all make sure y'all check us out, man.
Oh yeah, well no. Hey, Lo, that's right. You spelled it right.
You spelled the proper way.
I got a problem. You spelled it right.
That's the Lena way.
There you go.
Hey, Ron, where you hanging out at?
I'll be on Pops and the Henry Brothers on Saturdays. And I'll be on Talk Your Ish on Tuesday night. We'll be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
All right. Yes, sir. Full coverage. And last but certainly not least, as long as I'm saying it, Red. Where you hanging out at, Red?
Well, y'all know y'all can find Red on Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Red and Real Sports Show, YouTube, Facebook. You also can catch me hanging out on my Facebook page. Me, Chris, John, the Atlanta Bird Gang, and my Facebook friends talking nothing but sports, entertainment, Big Low YouTube. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's accepted. No discrimination. Only discrimination is if you say something dumb, Red's gonna let you know. Because that's what I do. But anyway, Facebook and YouTube, and on the eye test Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Special guest star.
Thank you, sir. Your check is in the mail. C-Dub, what you doing, C-Dub?
I ain't doing it today. I just want to eat and dance now. No. WrestleMania is coming. It's a small little event that some Brahma Bulls supposed to show up. So be talking about that on the C-Double page. I'm actually going to try to learn more about StreamYard, try to learn that so I can actually use it, so I can have more people to join. And we'll talk more thoughts about Kyle Shanahan being Ratatouille. And is it acceptable for a wrestler to want to beat up Maui? We'll be talking about that too. So go to my Facebook page, C-Double. And that's about that. And find me here on the eye test with Mr. John and Mr. Winston and Big Low. Thank you so much for being a part. And Red and Ron and Wallace and everyone that's shown up, man. It's always fun being able to do this.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
All right. And, I'm going to steal a line from Youngblood. It's been a plump, pleasing pleasure, but I'm going to have to take that back and make it a double measure. Like a what you say? It's like a peanut butter and banana sandwich, but twice as nice. But okay, the show grades for the day. Let me see, Red. I'm gonna give you Atlanta Public Schools District 3 B. Ron, you get a B. Everybody gets B's except me. I'll take that F so that the curve will flatten out the way it's supposed to flat. I'll take an F. I don't care. You know, shoot. What they expect from a 65-year-old man who didn't learn how to read?
Now,
I don't know what you.
No, we know the F is really for father figure, John.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, you know what? That was a worse slap in the face than anything else you would have said anyway.
Sorry.
But no, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you feel a mind to, go on ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscription button, because there ain't nothing but fun up in here with, all of us doing this, something that we love, the bane of our existence, Atlanta football.
I love it.
And before I go, I want to shout out a friend. Before I go, I want to shout out a friend of mine, Mr. Leroy Knight. If you need photographs, if you need a session, you need somebody to take some pictures of you, your significant other, anybody that needs some professional photography work done, hit up Leroy Knight.
Yeah,
he's in the Bird Gang, and he definitely, he'll take care of you and make sure that you look good.
Perfect. Because I need somebody to take pictures of me, whenever I'm a starting quarterback next year. I need to have like a photo session, starting QB photo session. That's me.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I can introduce you to my cousin. Take the chain off him first.
Just for that purpose, he said that he will put a bullseye on your picture free of charge. So if you have a problem with the quarterback, you'll be able to address that.
Number 4, your programs, but number one.
I done had darts thrown at my picture before. It's better than those tomahawks. But
he only take a picture of John and put hair on it.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to bid you adieu until next we meet. I really, really, one more time, really appreciate you guys coming in the chat, as well as you guys here. Couldn't do it without you. Make an old man feel proud. The father figure feel proud. Red, that's a $450 deduction for you.
Oh God!
He's trying to cover the expenses.
I knew I should have said my fun-loving friend, John.
Yeah, go with your first mind. What they say, go with your first mind all the time. They tell you to go with your first mind.
Yeah, but I got arrested last time when I did that.
Yeah. Oh. At any rate, it's all love, gentlemen. Everybody, y'all have a good morning this morning. Go out there, make them donuts, and bring it back to the house when you get through. Bye-bye.
Bye.